Come one, come all, it's time to see
the word revealed so faithfully,
line by line and truth made clear.
Yahuwah's wisdom drawing near.
Bring your scriptures in an open heart.
Now's the time for us to start.
Brothers, sisters, gather around.
Let His living word resound. Basic truth revealed, where every scripture comes alive. Seeking truth with humble hearts, walking as Yahuwah provides. Join our scripture study, growing stronger every day. Come discover timeless truth, walking in His divine way. Scripture study starts right now. Come and let His word speak loud. Basic truth revealed is near.
Welcome, friends.
The time is here.
Hey everybody, welcome back to Basic Truth Revealed. I'm Shepherdess Michelle Busolato, and this is the Royal Family. How you doing, MISHPACHA? Oh my gosh. Oh, Joan, good to see you, beautiful. Come on in, come on in. Come on in. How's everybody doing today? Just let me just in that screen. There we go. There we go. Hiya, Joan. Let me see. Bruce Myers, good to see you. Come on in. How y'all doing today? All right. Oh, I had Chris, good to see you. Come on in. Come on in. I forgot to charge. Well, not that I forgot. I actually thought it was plugged in charging. TikTok, my tablet. So today at sunrise, on our Divine Sunrise ingathering, TikTok wasn't working because I didn't have zero battery. I had no electric at all. Gina, good to see you, Mama Divine. There you are. There you are. So we're on number 7 of the Almighty's divine fruits, right? 7 is faithfulness. Okay, we're on number 7, the Almighty, right? Divine love, Him is number 1, and then 7 is faithfulness to Him. I mean, you can't make it up. You really can't. It's just absolutely incredible, absolutely incredible. Let me see. How is everybody doing? Come on in, Uncle T-Rock, Alicia. Good to see you. Good to see you both. Come on in, Natasha. What I'm going to do is I'm going to play our song. I'm going to play our song. Yeah, because these other platforms run like a minute or 45 seconds, like a little bit later. I don't know why they all just can't be in sync with each other, but that's okay. Let's do this one. Let's do this one. Come on, MISHPACHA, let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Natasha, let's hit those hearts. Everybody, share the love, take a light.
We came from the dust, now we stand in fire. Your hand on our backs took us high. Basic truth revealed in the morning light. Your word is the road and it holds us right. Brothers and sisters, we gather as one.
Darius!
Covered in blood and the battle is won.
Share those hearts.
Every dark chain broke at the sound of your name. We are marked by mercy. We will not be the same. Lift up our hands. You made us bold.
There you go, Natasha. Raise my hands. Ivory Dawn. There you go, Gloria.
We are loyal to you. We are loyal to you.
Darius.
Victory is ours. Victory is ours. We sing and we rise. We sing and we rise.
Yes, let's go. MISHPACHA.
You split the night wide open. You led us through the grave.
faithful never fall. Shouting over rivers, your covenant stands tall. Shouting in the fire, our praise will never retreat. We were made for triumph, with heaven at our feet. Yes, we are loyal to you. We are loyal to you. Donna. Victory's ours, victory's ours. We sing and we rise, we sing and we rise. Glory to you, all thanks to you. Brothers and sisters, we belong to you.
Woo!
We are loyal to you. We are loyal to you.
Yes. Yes. Fabulous. Shalom, shalom, MISHPACHA. How you all doing today? Great, 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 great. Bryce, good to see you, darling. Jackie, good to see you. Jim. Glory be to Yah. Glory be to Yah, all right? Well, we did our sunrise, right? We did our divine sunrise and gathering, right? The alignment with Yah early today at sunrise, 7 a.m. But guess who? Well, I thought I did. I had everything else plugged in, but the TikTok was down because I thought it was charged 100% to find out it had 0%. There was no energy on it, just like I had no energy last night. I was like crawling to my bed. You saw it last night. I was exhausted. I really was. So forgive me for sunrise today. We were all here. We were still on YouTube. We were still on Zoom, right? It just wasn't TikTok. That's why it's so important, MISHPACHA, that if one of these platforms go down, you actually have the other ones going to. So if TikTok is not working, you know what? If I have your email, you're getting a Zoom invite for sunrise and sunset, right? If that's not working, you got YouTube, you got Rumble, you got Facebook. Please make sure you sign up to the other ones because then you missed today. It was recorded, though. It was definitely still recorded. We're still here. Just because one thing don't work, you know what? We don't close up shop and say, Father, you know what? We're not doing it. No, we go forward no matter, even if it's one platform. Even if there's no platforms, we come on live with the Almighty, even if we're not live here with each other. We're alive every day, right, MISHPACHA? Pamela, I love you so. Look at Pamela hitting those lives, hitting the like. Love you so much. She's so beautiful. I love her heart. She has such a beautiful heart, just like all of you. MISHPACHA, who knows what fruit number? Brooke! Brooke and Brian, there you are. There you are. Good to see you. We got 2 Donnas on, one from the east coast of Florida. The other one is from Australia. Good to see you, beautiful. Jeep Junkie. I love it. Jeep Junkie. Come on in, MISHPACHA. So great to see everybody. So great. Well, who knows what number? Who knows what divine? 7. The Almighty's number 7. And wouldn't you know it, it has to do with faithfulness, being faithful to Yah, right? It's a marriage. Don't you have to be faithful to that marriage and that union, right? That faithfulness, that divine faithfulness, right? Glory be to Yah. So we're going to go into divine faithfulness. First, we're going to blow the shofar, MISHPACHA, and we are going to get our oil. Got a few things we do first, right? Gloria, I want to thank you for that beautiful posting that I saw that you did, and I reposted it. She said she made a beautiful video about Basic Truth Revealed, about us all getting together at 7 o'clock, and just really beautiful. Thank you for taking the time for doing that, Mama, on your platform. She's fantastic. Absolutely. I know Darius is another one that does that. He's the one that does thumbnails, and right on the bottom, not all of them, but quite a few of them, quite a lot. He actually puts, Basic Truth Revealed coming on daily. And he puts our time. He mentions his me. He mentions his us. Right? I want to thank you, those that take the time to just say a little something, even on somebody else's, just to remind what we're doing here. It's important. It really is important. And you're not just faithful, not to me. We're faithful as one body to Yah, right? That faithfulness. But let's blow the shofar, MISHPACHA. Glory be to Yah. We're just so grateful for everything, Father. We really are. Let's blow the shofar. Joan got her shofar up and out. Loving on her, right? Let's go. Mona! Hey, Mona! Hey, Mona! Calling our brothers and sisters from the north, south, east, and west. Let's go. Wow, he has a long breath. I was trying to do it as long as he was doing. Woohoo! Glory be to Yah. Well, I was trying to do it as long as that person was doing it, right? That was some long breath. Glory be to Yah. Let's see. Joan, thank you, Mama. Thank you so much. You're beautiful. Come on in, Mr. Let's go. Let's grab our oil. Got quite a bit to do today. Oh, if you missed today's sunrise, our divine sunrise alignment with Yahuwah, it's recorded. We were here. Again, TikTok. Forgive me. I thought it was plugged in to charge. I went to go set up, and I was like, "You got to be." It had none, and then there was none. Not even one battery. Not even 1%. I was like, "Ah!" Right? But then you know what? This is why we have the other platforms, MISHPACHA, right? Make sure you are signed up to YouTube, Facebook, Rumble, right? Make sure you do the other ones, right? Heavenly Father, we thank you for another divine day, another divine yam that you have made. And Father, we are going to rejoice as we did early at sunrise, as we're going to do at sunset, from sunrise to sunset, rejoicing in the day, rejoicing, Father, in you, and just having your divine fruits manifest and shine through us. It's not us glorifying ourselves. It's us glorifying you. We thank you, Father, that all the lives that you're sparing right now, Father, dump a whole bunch of rain on the fires. Anything that's flooding right now, Father, let those waters decrease. Let the heat of the sun, I know in a lot of states, it's still over 110 degrees. It's 118. Oh my gosh, I can't even imagine these numbers. I can't. You know, humanity, we're not meant to put up with that. And then, Yah forbid, any kind of power outage. I can't even imagine. Little children, little babies, pregnant women, or the elderly, those, you know, the animals, everything, Father. You see the times, we know the seasons, because you said for us to watch for the seasons. We see that the end is near. Not out of fear. It's nothing for us to fear, but it's for us to get ourselves not in fear, but in gear. We got to get moving. We got to do what we need to be doing here. Get ourselves ready first, because you know what? If we are not mentally ready for what's even worse that's coming, then how are we going to prepare anybody else? Hence the reason why we're doing your 9 fruits, Abba Yahuwah, inside of us. So we remain steadfast. We remain loyal. We remain faithful. We remain at peace. We remain patient. We remain all the fruits that you have given us, that your divine essence is inside of us. So, Father, as we're going through divine faithfulness tonight, number 7, your number, Yah, faithfulness and being married to you. Faithful. Spouses are not unfaithful to that marriage. Husbands don't go out. Women don't go out. You want to know something? Husbands and wives that are loyal to each other with that commitment, they're faithful to each other. And they made that vow unto you, whether they are equally yoked or not, whether they're both equally yoked out in the world, or one is yours and one is still out in the world. Father, we just thank you that this marriage that you have for your bride, your elect, your set apart, the children of Yasharel, the Nazarene, the branches of your divineness. It's us. It's not a building built by hands. It's not a religion. It's no way any form of politics or anything that has to do with government or the educational systems. Father, it's you within us that guides us every step, every breath that you're allowing us as a gift to keep on going and staying strong and not looking behind. So, Father, again, we're lifting up all those right now that are serving in our military, past, present, and future. We're lifting up, Father, all those souls right now that are passed on, going through trials and tribulations right now, taking their last breath overnight. Those that are under rubble, those that just lost everything, family members, pets, livestock, vineyards, whatever it is, all over the earth. Father, we're lifting up all that are in EMTs, the police department, fire, these people that put on those heavy fire gear, the firemen, the firewomen. They put on that heavy gear, carrying those heavy hoses, carrying those heavy masks, with those heavy tanks. Sometimes a shirt is too heavy for me because it's too hot. I can't, and that's in air conditioning. I can't even imagine what these people are doing, fighting temperatures that are unheard of, that we can't even imagine with those heavy suits on. Father, we thank you for those that have a servant heart, even the service animals. And we lift up all the families that know that their family members, their husbands, their wives, their sons and daughters, their aunts and uncles, their brothers and sisters are going out there to fight elements that take down things. They're there to fight and try to preserve as much as that they could possibly save, and try to save people and try to save all that has life. Father, we thank you. We're going to give a moment of silence, Father. It's important that we do this, that we remember those that just have taken their last breath. Let's just have a moment of silence. We thank you, Father, that divine sleep is only temporary until Judgment Day. We thank you that spirit and soul don't die. No, spirit and soul go on for eternity. So, Father, we just thank you for what we have right now, because we are on your foundation that's built on the rock. That's you. You said nothing from the outside, none of the elements, nothing is going to come to our homes. No viruses, no sickness, no plagues, nothing that's a windstorm, that is a tornado or a hurricane, or even by water. You said we will remain steadfast. We are going to stand up against any storm because we are protected. And because we're protected, we have the ability to stand as intercessors for everybody else that can't. Father, we thank you for your divine protection, not only over us, not only basic truth revealed, but also our loved ones that don't know you. Every single seed that we have planted, Father, we know at your time, you're going to water it and it's going to start sprouting. And we're already claiming that. We put our hands on our heads, MISHPACHA. It's you that anoints your sheep, Father, that hear your voice. It's you that anoints us. We're already anointed with your Ruach. We already have that anointing. But Father, put a new right spirit in our mind, body, spirit, soul, and heart today. Let us live according to this narrow path and your all of your Torah, your ways, your truth. The way you've given your life for us is the way we give our lives to you, mind, body, spirit, soul, and heart, Father, as a living sacrifice. And forgive us of any iniquities, any shortcomings, anything that might be persuading us that's in the world by snakes, goats, or wolves. We're seeing them all over the place on all the platforms. They're trying to put fear. They're trying to put anguish. They're showing all the destruction. People are going against people. I mean, it really is disgusting. We rebuke every single one of those demonic entities. And everybody say, no weapon formed against me shall prosper. Nothing that I eat, nothing that I touch, nothing that I drink, and nowhere where I'm walking, nothing is coming against me or my family. Father, we thank you that you continue and you will always remain right where we are, leading us forward with your divine direction. And we thank you for this day in YAHUSHA HaMashiach's mighty, glorious name. We all say, Salat Olam Mishpachah. Let's go. Joan, what do you have? Your hand is up, beautiful.
Sister, this morning I had to get off because I had to go to work. And I know we were soaking. And I said, well, I only had a few minutes. Let me just sit here and do it. So as I was doing that, I closed my eyes and I saw a vision of people running, buildings falling, fire coming from the sky. And he said, read read 56:1, Isaiah 56:1. And he says, Blessed you, Maria, keep justice and do righteousness, for my salvation is about to come, and my righteousness to be revealed. That's what he gave me this morning.
Well, thank you for sharing it with MISHPACHA, because you know what? That brimstone is ready to fall. Wormwood, is ready to come, hit the oceans, the lakes, and you know what? We're already seeing the devastation. A lot worse. MISHPACHA, if you think that this is nothing to compare what's coming. Nothing. If he's getting us ready, that door had to shut, because you know what? If we couldn't handle what the doors that we used to go through, how are we going to handle what's coming that's even more devastating? That you don't fall off at the wayside. He says, even my elect are going to fall off, following other people, being so afraid and listening to wolves and snakes and goats instead of staying focused and being faithful to me. MISHPACHA, we got to stay. This is why we're staying on twice a day. You know what? We got to stay this narrow course. We're going to move forward constantly moving forward, 1 foot at a time. That door opened. We're in a new season. He said, shut that other door, and we're in it. We're in it. He says, we all got to check our specs in our own eyes during this time with the divine alignment of the 9 fruit series that we're in right now. The supernatural in us has to happen first before the natural. Get ready, MISHPACHA. We're going to be doing another fast. Okay. It's coming up real quick. By the time we're done with the 9th fruit, which is in a couple of days, we're going to start talking about getting ready for another fast. And this time it's going to be a physical. Okay. This one is a spiritual that he's doing on us first. Okay. So MISHPACHA, divine faithfulness. Let me see if anybody else is on here that want to say something. Divine faithfulness, MISHPACHA. Lauren, Zoom is working, beautiful. Check your new email that I sent out. Check maybe your spam. Okay. TikTok was not working today, this earlier, because I didn't plug it in to charge it. I could tell you why TikTok wasn't working. But here we go. What is the word faith? What is faithful? You should all know this one. Okay. What is this word in Hebrew? What is the word faith, Mona? What's that word?
Amuna.
See, I know she would know it because it sounds like Amuna, Mona's in it, right? Amuna. Amuna means faith, faithful. Amuna, I'll spell it for you. Now, their spelling is not the way it's supposed to be, right? Because E is not part of the original, the Aleph Bet. So it's EMUNAH. EMUNAH. How it's pronounced, well, there it is. Faithfulness. Faith is going to be in the word of the Almighty's name himself. The breath, right? Yah, I am, right? AH hyphen MOO hyphen NAH. Amunah. Munah. Amunah means what? Divine faithfulness, faith. Amunah. You notice Yahuwah, YAHUSHA, is in the word faith, right? It's his breath. Number 7, faithfulness to him to us, that covenant, that bride and groom, the bridegroom. Where there's a king, there's a queen, MISHPACHA. Where there's a king, there's a queen. Guess what? There's a kingdom. Right? What does Amunah mean? Mona, give us a word for, Lauren, there she is. What does faithfulness mean, Mama?
Faith comes by hearing, and hearing by the word of Yah.
That's right, beautiful. That is 100% right. Faith. What is that word, faith? When you're saying, you know what, faith. I have faith in the Almighty. What does that mean? To be faithful. To be faithful. Like I'm going to be faithful to the Almighty and you being here 7 o'clock every day. AM, Eastern time, and PM, Monday through Friday, right? I'm going to be faithful. I'm going to be faithful to Yah first before I'm faithful to anybody else. Faithful to him first, right? So faithful means what? Firmness. To be faithful, you're firm, you're standing steadfast that nothing and nobody could move you. Jacob, good to see you. Come in, there you are, Loretta. You're right? It means you're firm, standing steadfast, that nobody could shake you. You're unshaken. You're unshakable, right? You're standing firm. What does it mean? Fidelity. Fidelity, right? You're going to remain true. Faithfulness means true to your first love, the Almighty. He's our first love, right? Faith, fidelity. There's no adultery. There's no fornication spiritually and physically. No, fidelity. You're staying true to the Almighty. What does it mean to be faithful, Mishpachah? It means to be reliable. Can the Almighty trust you with all that he has for you? Or once he gives you your heart's desire, you're going to go run and squander it, or you're going to forget about him. If he answers your petition, that's what happens to a lot of people. Oh, we're going to ask. Oh, yeah, you know what? If you give me this one thing, I promise I'll be here all the time. I promise, I'm not going to do pagan holidays. I promise that'll be better. And then they disappear. Because what? They had the answer given to them. And then what happened? Then they were so full of glee that whatever problem got resolved, they were living victorious, and whatever needed to be done, the Almighty came through, and then they forgot about him. It's just like children during their birthday or pagan Christmas or any time that there's a gift. You notice how everybody's on their best behavior? And then once they get that gift, it's not good enough anymore. Now they're looking for the next thing to complain about or the next thing to chase after. People are not They're not content, right? You're not sad. People are never satisfied, right? So what is the Almighty with faithfulness? It means being reliable. Are you reliable when he tells you to do something? Can he trust you? Putting him first in all things. Are you trustworthy of what he's revealing to you? Because what he's showing to you, he's not showing to everybody else. He says, I'm going to manifest things only to my Ruach, only to my children that have my Ruach inside. There's going to be things in the scriptures that nobody else is going to be able to see unless the Almighty's guiding us. He's going to reveal things that are hidden that not everybody's going to see or understand. Are you trustworthy enough to take that information and actually eat like John did, right? Eating the words, eating the scrolls, right? Like Ezekiel did, right? Ezekiel or Elijah? I think it might have been Elijah. Elijah, no, was it Elijah? No, I think it's Ezekiel. Ezekiel that ate the words, right? He ate the words that were on the scrolls. They went as sweet but were bitter to their stomach, right? Because when the Almighty wanted to speak through them, those words would manifest and come out. So is the Almighty are you trustworthy with all things or some things? He could trust me with a few things. No, you. First of all, it comes down, do you trust him with everything? Do you trust you accountable? There you go. Excellent, Miss V. There you go. Right? Are you trustworthy? Do you trust him in all things first? He says, seek ye first his kingdom and his righteousness. First seek his kingdom and his right. Do you say second, third, fifth, or 20th place? No, seek his kingdom and his righteousness first, and all things will be added on to you in the supernatural and in the natural. Okay, Matthew 6:33. What else is it? Faithful. Just take a look at that word. Faith, amunah. And full of it. Are you full of faith? You ever hear somebody, oh, you're full of lies, you're full of deceit, you're full of just, you know what, you're just full of yourself. You ever hear somebody who's full of themselves? Right? But you know what we got to be, Mishpachah? We got to be full of faith, of knowing who the Almighty is, being faithful. Right? You know what? Being divine, faithful is more, so much more than just having faith. It goes so much deeper in it. You know what it is? Write this down. It is remaining steadfast. When life starts changing, we're going through another season right now, Mishpachah. Right? When things are changing all around, are you still faithful to the Almighty first? Do you still have that divine faithfulness inside of you, not to break, not to change, and just trust? It is remaining loyal even when it becomes difficult. with children and parents. Aren't you going to do Christmas? No. Well, what about the children? Well, what about them? What about them? Isn't it time to stop lying about Santa Claus and eggs that lay, Easter bunnies that lay eggs? Isn't it time to stop the lying? Because that is one of the commandments. Thou shalt not lie. Well, the first person who you're lying to is the Almighty when you're deceiving his, what? His creation. Ivory Dawn.
Okay, remaining faithful. It was very hard for me to do, but
Yes.
I did it. It was my grandparents' 2 St. Anthony medallions. I hocked them, and people say, like, oh, what'd you do with the money? I paid off all my furniture.
Good. Get rid of the stuff. Get rid of it.
So I have no more Christmas, no more holidays, no more nothing. I have now gotten rid of, and that I was holding on to because it was theirs.
Yeah.
And I'm saying no, and I got rid of it.
So let me ask you something. Who were you faithful to first?
Yeah.
That's it. That's it. That's the only one you got to be faithful first to is him. Before ourselves, before anybody else, he comes first. When we know there's something that we have, even if it's an heirloom, even if it's something that's handed down for generations, we got to get rid of it. Those are idols. Those things have curses that are attached to them. That's why families are sick. That's why families are breaking up. That's why, there's a lot of destruction in families because they're carrying on idols that have curses that they brought from, oh, yeah, I'm going to give it to you. No, I don't want it. I'm not even touching it. I'm not bringing that in my house. And I suggest that you throw it out, burn it, and tear it up or whatever, right?
I hopped it. I said, gotta go.
And she hopped it, and you know what happened? She got rid of it, and she paid off her debts. That's excellent. Excellent. Good for you. Good for you. You got rid of it, and you know what? The Almighty's smiling. Now, some people are going to say, well, shouldn't she have burned it or buried it? Well, maybe, we're not supposed to be in debt either, Mishpachah. The Almighty doesn't want us owing anybody anything. We're not supposed to. We're supposed to be living an abundant life, but you know what? The world has taught us not to live that way. So,
and the thing was, my youngest was like, can you give me Papa's medallion? Absolutely not.
No, you knew better.
I was not going to be the one to pass on a curse to my own.
That's right. We're not supposed to. And you know what? That was the Ruach inside of you showing you, nope, I'm not putting this on my children that was put on me and everybody. No, it's not being here. It's, you know what happened? You broke the curse with you. That's what happened. You broke the Almighty broke the generational curses in your family, and it started by pulling you out of all of them. That's what all of us. So that's an excellent testimony, Mona.
Also, when we wait on miracles and breakthroughs, we walk in faith, waiting on that breakthrough to happen. So we're walking in faith.
Yes. Just walk knowing. You know what you got to do? Walk knowing. Just
By
knowing.
sight,
That's it. Faith is knowing. Okay, a lot of people saying faith is believing. No, it's not. No, it's not. It's two separate things. Many people are going to say, you know what? Faith is hoping. No, it's not. No. Oh, I'm hoping the Almighty hears me. I'm hoping the Almighty's with me. I hope that I'm making it. No, I know. What do we say, Mishpachah? Say, we know who you are, Yahweh, and we know who you are in us, right? We know. Great testimony. Excellent. So it's remaining steadfast even when life changes. It's remaining loyal. Don't forget, you are loyalty, Mishpachah. You are loyal and royal to the one that we're going back to for all eternity in our home, in our kingdom, with our Abba Father. So we got to be loyal to our royal identity and who our royal Father is, right? So loyal, even when it becomes difficult. Oh, you heard me say, my dad said, well, now you're a Jew. Oh, you're a Jew now years ago? No, Dad, I'm not. No. And you know what? If you knew, you wouldn't be a Gentile either. You wouldn't be a Gentile or Jew if you knew, if I could show you the scriptures. No, didn't want to see, didn't want to hear. But I'm trusting the Almighty's watering what the seeds I was able to plant when I was able to do them, right? So it is remaining, divine faithfulness is remaining loyal even when it becomes difficult. It is also, MISHPACHA, it is remaining true even when nobody's watching. That's when he's testing us. He's not even testing. He's watching what we're doing the most when nobody's watching. Oh, everybody could be on their best behavior when, you know, when the cameras are rolling, when the iPads are taking pictures. Oh, look at me, right? What about when you're not on here? What are you doing? What are you doing when you're not? When you're not on the live taking pictures of yourself or having your own platforms and doing whatever. What are you doing when nobody's seeing what you're doing? Are you playing telephone? Are you causing havoc, destruction, causing problems, right? Are you doubting the Almighty, right? Are you fearful? But in front of the camera, all of a sudden it's like, you know what it says? You know what it says? Act. You know when they start doing that in the film set and they said action. It's like everybody's putting on an act. It's like one big circus clown act, right? But not with the children of the Almighty. No, Lisa, there you are, beautiful. Brooke. Aw. I see Carlos is on here. So we got to, when the Almighty says, you're true, your faithfulness, your divine faithfulness, your true identity of who the Almighty is within you, shining through you, is going to even come out of you, even more so when nobody's watching. How are you when nobody's looking? And when you're around your house and you're going shopping, does everybody see the Almighty's divine good fruits coming out of you? Are you radiating or are you looking all sulking, sad, depressed, the world's weight on your shoulders, but in front of everybody, hey, look at me. You know what? It's all, if you got to live that life, putting on a different mask every time, no matter who you're in front of, that's a problem, right? You got to remain true no matter who is watching. And no matter, even nobody's watching, right? Divine faithfulness, MISHPACHA, is what? It's remaining committed. Are you committed to Yah, this narrow path, keeping his name and his Torah, keeping that covenant, walking in alignment in all things? Are you committed? Moonshine, there you are. Lisa, look at those hands. I love you, right? Okay. It is remaining committed even when feelings change. You ever hear that in a marriage? Oh, I don't feel the same that I used to anymore. I'm not in love anymore. How many of, you know what, when feelings change in life, you know what? You know what? This color in the room is too depressing. We need to paint it. You know what? When things got to change, you know, there's things when feelings inside of you start changing towards people or things or situations. You know what true love, the true divine love and true divine faithfulness, that never changes. No matter what season, no matter what storm, no matter what's going on, all the divine fruits of the Almighty will stay steadfast throughout any storm, throughout any season. It'll be eternal, right? So are you committed? It's a question you got to ask yourself. We're here to check the plank in our speck in our own eyes. We're not here to do it for anybody else, right? Are you committed to Yah? What's your percentage? Are you 50% in? Are you 75% in? You know what? You know, Father, I love you all. You know what? I love you so much. You know what? I'm going to give you 98% of me. You think the Almighty only wants 98% of you? No. No, you don't. Do you only want 90? Oh, wait a minute. Better questions. Do you only want 50% of what the Almighty has for you? For those that are aligned with him? Do you only want 50% of his protection, or do you want all that's out there to come and attack you, your home, and take it down? Do you only want 50%, 75%? Do you only want 75% of what the Almighty says, his promises? How about, do you only want 98% of the Almighty's words? Now, I want 100%. I want 100% of the Almighty. And you know what? I know that he gives me 100%. You know what? Right back at you, Father, 100% back to you. Even if I fall, you're right there to make sure that we repent individually or collectively to make sure our heart, mind, and our walk is constant, walking 100%. Mona, your hand was up, beautiful. What do you have?
Yeah, you remember that old song, 99 and a half just won't do?
I don't know
Gotta
that
make it to
song.
100.
99. What is that song?
99 and a half just won't do. I got to make it to 100.
I don't know that song.
That's a whole, way back in the day.
No, 99 and a half. No, I don't know that song. I don't know it. Maybe we should look it up. If you could look it up and get that to me, if you could find it so I don't pick out the wrong one, I'd like to hear it. 99 and a half. No, Mishpacha, we're 100%. How many have ever played cards in their life? Well, I come from an Italian family, so of course I learned how to play poker. I mean, I must have been 7 years old playing at that table, right? All right. And I got to tell you, who remembers saying, nope, I'm all in? All in. Wasn't doing it for the right cause back then, but how many could say you're all in to whatever the Almighty has for you? You're all in, trusting Him. You know what divine faithfulness is, Mishpacha? It's continuing to walk with Yahuwah even before you see any of His manifestations in your life. It's continuing to walk forward even before you see anything that He's doing for you. Do you trust Him? You'll be surprised. You know what He's going to surprise you with? Oh, I don't know. Why does everybody have testimonies other than me? Why could everybody else hear Him except me? Why does good things only happen to certain people and not to me? Why, are other people finding pennies from heaven and I didn't find a penny, right? Why are all these things happening? Why is it? You know why? Because the second that we keep our eyes off of Him and we start looking at ourselves and everybody else is the same thing that happened with Lucifer, Gabriel, and he got kicked out of the kingdom. There's also another reason. You ever see let's just put it this way. You ever see a whole bunch of gifts, a wedding? You ever see when people brought gifts? Well, Italians bring cash. We put money in an envelope for weddings. But you ever see people that go to weddings and they buy little gifts for the bride and the groom? And there's a table, right? There's a table. Some gifts are bigger than enough, some small, some large, right? Some big gifts. Some things, the most valuable, could come in the smallest box, right? So here you are. Some people might go, oh, I want to open up the biggest gift first. I don't want that. It's nothing I even need. That's not even something I want. Ew, that's not even the color I like. That doesn't even match any of my decor, right? Right? When we trust Yah, His gifts may be not as frequent as everybody else's. He's still giving you gifts throughout the day. You just got to be more aware of them. Every day He's giving us divine gifts. But there's going to come a time like it's just going to be like one after another. Oh my gosh, I'm getting all of this favor, one thing after another, that there's testimony after testimony after testimony, right? So just wait, Mishpacha. Don't think the Almighty hasn't heard you, and don't think that He doesn't have an abundance for you, because He does. He's just waiting for certain things. His timing to give you certain things. He wants to make sure He trusts you, maybe, with certain things. Maybe you're not ready at that step to receive what He has to give you. Might squander it. I don't know. He knows. So divine faithfulness, it must become visible in our lives. Our divine faithfulness to the Almighty must be seen by anybody who knows us, that we're faithful to Him. We're not going to be out in the world doing worldly things. They're going to see that we're set apart, we're different, right? Not about pride, not about vanity. It's about just showing that we don't walk the same way we used to. We don't talk, we don't dress, we don't do the things we used to. And it's everybody else is going to notice the change in us. That's visible. That's something that they could see. And that is the testimony of the Ruach HaKodesh and His divineness inside of us. When somebody could see your fruits that are divine, and they're matching up with purity, truth, and the Almighty Himself, right? What else is divine faithfulness? Well, it also says in our hearts and our mind that what? I will remain even when things are difficult. I'm going to remain faithful to the Almighty even when things are difficult. What does that sound like? A marriage, for better, for worse. Right? For richer, for poorer, for sickness, sin, and health, right? Do we remain in that marriage, or you're going to just bail out when something happens? Because, you know what? We can't go on the vacations we used to. We have to tighten the belt a little bit. You know what? Or, somebody got sick, Yah forbid, right? Is that a time to bail? How do you take vows? What happens if the table was turned and it wasn't the spouse and you were counting on the spouse to be there, and then you know what? I can't deal with this. I can't. This is too much for me. You're gonna be a handful. You need a private nurse. I just can't do this. Then what vow did you take? What did you make in the eyes of the Almighty? See, now here's the difference. Divine faithfulness stays married to the one, our first love in all things. Through everything, he's going to make sure that we are prepared, we are ready, and he's going to go through everything, make sure that we have everything that we need as we're going through things. He doesn't bail on us. Does the Almighty bail out on us? Or does he say, you know what, I'm right here to pick you right up, just repent. I know you're human, you're not perfect. Let's get you back up and let's get you back on that narrow path, right? What else is divine faithfulness? That we will remain even when we do have understanding and even when we don't understand what's happening, right? Are you going to remain faithful to Yah even when we don't? Why is this happening, right? That's the question. Why is this happening? I'm faithful. Why? But you know what? The question is, I'm going to trust you no matter what's happening. There's a reason why certain's happening. And that's all you need to know. You don't have to know the answer right there and then. He'll let you know the answer when it's time why this is happening. That's all you need to know, right? So, Mishpachah, sometimes when we see the answer, and also while we're still waiting for an answer, is going to determine the faithful fruit that we have of the Ruach. When we have the answer or we're waiting on an answer, we're not going to be all anxiety, fearful. We're not going to get depressed. We're not going to have all these things. Oh, he doesn't hear us. Oh, he doesn't know. You don't think he doesn't know every step, every breath until you take your last one? He knows everything about everyone. Can you say you know your children? Oh, I know what you're going to do. Yeah. Can you predict what your children are going to do? Right? My parents knew exactly what I was up to. And I used to call my mom mile away mom. I could really be a mile away from my mom and do something that I shouldn't have been doing as a teen. And she knew exactly she was nowhere in sight. You know, it's called instinct. It's called that divine connection between parents and children. Our Father and his children, you, right? He knows what we're up to. Hey, if Santa Claus can know when you're naughty and nice, right? Santa Claus knows, but the Almighty don't, right? Santa. Let's go into Deuteronomy 7:9. Let's get into some scriptures, Mishpachah. Our first love always has to be the Almighty. He has to come first in all things. Let's go to some scriptures. Let's go into the Torah, written by Moses. Let's go into Deuteronomy 7, verse 9. Oh, you should all know this one. 7, verse 9. When you think of Deuteronomy 7, verse 9, I'm not even there yet. That scripture should already pop right in your mind. Deuteronomy 7, verse 9. Let's see. Who are we going to get to read? Mona. 7, verse 9, Mommy.
Know, therefore, that the Almighty your Yah, he is Yah, the faithful who keeps covenant, Yah, and mercy with them, Yah who love him, and keep his commandments to 1,000 generations.
That's us, Mishpachah. Beautiful. Thank you so much, beautiful. Thank you. No, that's not yes or no question. That's knowing. No. Knowing, right? That's wisdom, knowledge, and understanding, discernment that only the Father could give us, not our own opinions. So 9, Mishpachah, we're in Deuteronomy 7, the Almighty's number 9. He's talking about his children that he has chosen, the few out of the many that were on the earth at that time. He says he's chosen a few people, certain amount of people. But let's go right here to 7:9. Knowing Know therefore that Yahuwah, Elohayeka, the Almighty Strong One, He is Elohim, the Most High. The faithful, here it is, faithfulness, the divine faithful Yah, who, he's not a witch, please get rid of that word witch, who guards, who keeps his covenant, and who what? His divine covenant. It's not just a covenant, right? It's a divine covenant. And what? And divine mercy with them that what? He's only going to keep his covenant with them that what? That love him and keep and guard his commandments to 1,000 generations. That's us. We got engrafted in. That's us right here, right now, Mishpachah. So the Almighty does not change because our circumstances change. Nope. Nope. You got to understand, the children of Israel, they were what? They were enslaved by the Egyptians. And in a blink, and what happened? 10 plagues. And everything changed when he called them out of being enslaved, out, brought them out of Egypt, brought them out into the wilderness, brought them out and making their way to where? To the promised land, right? So the Almighty doesn't change because our circumstances change. The Almighty was even the Almighty, even when they were slaves, even when they were disobedient, even when Adam and Eve went against the one commandment. He told them what not to touch. Well, not to eat. He didn't say don't touch it. He said don't eat it. But in order for you to eat it, you'd have to touch it, right? So not to be tempted. So Mishpachah, he does not change because our circumstances change. And he never, ever, never, ever, never, ever abandons his covenant with his children. Never. Never. It's us that turns away. It's his children that turn away to listening to ears and whatever's trying to grab the attention away from him. Right? So the Almighty never abandons his commandments and his covenants. He remains faithful. Let's go to Habakkuk. Let's go to Habakkuk chapter 2, verses 1. Okay, faithfulness must survive the waiting. Those that endure to the end, Mishpachah, always remember that. Those that remain to the end, not those that get easily fed crumbs of gossip and things that are of the world that try to confuse you. Okay, we don't live our lives like that. Okay, if you're easily persuaded by other people and things of the world, this is why we're doing what we're doing. Okay, check the specks in your own eyes, Mishpachah. Okay, we have to be doing that first. So important. Every day we check ourselves before we wreck ourselves, right? Where am I? Habakkuk. Oh, it's 9:75. I'm in the wrong. Almost there. Just give me 1 second. 10 pages away, 3 pages away, 1 page away. We're going to go to Habakkuk. We're going to go to chapter 2, and we're going to start in 1. We're talking about divine faithfulness. I will stand upon my watch. Okay? Don't forget, prophet, Habakkuk the prophet, right? I will stand upon my watch and set me upon the tower and will watch, again, watch, keeping mindful, right? Keeping watch, okay? To see what he will say unto me, waiting for the Almighty to speak, and what I shall answer when I'm reproved. 2, and Yahuwah, I am that I am, answered me and said, write the vision. Habakkuk, I want you to write the vision and make it plain upon what? Make it plain upon the sapphires, the Gentiles, that he may run that reads it. 3, for the vision is yet. I want to check out that word kaphir at C. I don't think that's right. Caphires. Hold on 1 second, Mishpachah. I don't think that's Gentiles. Mona, can you look up that word for us, please? Caphires. I don't want to say something that's not right. Okay. She'll come back to that. All right. She's going to look up Caphires. Caphires. We're still going to, thank you. She's going to let us know. I don't know what that word means. I just want to I don't want to say something that's not right. Write the vision and make it plain upon the sapphires, that he may run that reads it. 3, here it comes. For the vision is yet for an appointed time. See, what he's showing Habakkuk is not now. Just like he showed Daniel, you know what? Seal up the books, right? Told John, right? I'm going to show you a vision, but it's not for now. This is prophecy for things to come, right? For the vision is yet for an appointed time, but at the end it shall speak and not lie. Everything the Almighty says is going to happen, it's going to come for fulfillment, and it's going to prove that everything he says is true, and everything is going to happen. We're watching it happen now, right? And not lie. Though it tarry, though it hang around, wait for it, because it will surely come. It will not tarry. It will not hold back. For behold his soul, behold his soul that is lifted up is not upright in him, but the just. How is the just going to live? How is the just going to live? But the just shall live by what? His faith. His faithfulness, his divine faithfulness is going to keep us justified, right? Mona, did you look up that word beautiful?
It is an alternative transliteration and pronunciation of the Hebrew word sapphire.
Sapphire. Interesting. Sapphire. There's no other meaning for it? I just want to see.
Sapphlyr in the Strongs. That's what it's called in the Strongs.
Spell it again in the Strongs, please.
Sapphlyr.
And in the other, it says sapphire, like the gem?
Yes. Sapphire.
And I just want to make sure that makes sense too. And Yahweh answered me and said, write the vision and make it plain upon the sapphires. That he may run that reads it. Can somebody open up another translation for us, please? King James or...
It also says the biblical context, it appears in passages describing the throne of Yah and the pavement under the feet of Israel's elders.
Okay, make it
such
plain.
As in Exodus 24:10.
Okay, that makes sense. So now it's on a road. That makes more sense than the sapphire itself, the gem. Okay, so make it plain upon what? The road? What did it say? The road what? The path?
It appears in passages describing the throne of Yah and the pavement under the feet of Israel's elders, such as Exodus 24:10, which describes a paved work of sapphire stone.
Okay, thank you. So it's a pavement. It's a pavement. It's just saying the word sapphire here. So you know what? Let's just make sure. Let's read it from 2. Let's start in 2:2. Let's start it again. Okay, it can't just be the sapphire stone, right? It has to be something a little bit, has to give us more, right?
And no, it's that, okay.
Go ahead, beautiful. What? Go ahead, I'm sorry.
Wait a minute, I hit something.
Go ahead. What?
Go ahead. I hit something. Go ahead.
Okay. And Yahweh answered me and said, write the vision and make it plain upon what? The pavement on the road, right? It could be even a sapphire road, a road that's paved with who?
Okay.
Does that make sense? A road that's paved, a kingdom, it's a road that's paved, that he may run that reads it. I'm going to go, you know what, MISHPACHA, you know what I'm going to do?
It is also linked textually to the tablets of the 10 Commandments.
There we go. I know it just couldn't be this. It just
Exodus 32:16.
Yeah. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to just say real quick. Yep. I knew it just couldn't be that. It just didn't feel feel right. So let me just.
And then it says, I'm sorry.
It's okay. Go ahead.
Note, Sapphire or sapphire, CHEPHIAR.
Okay.
RAH is also an unrelated ancient town in the tribe of Benjamin.
Interesting.
Meaning village, which is distinct from the gemstone translation.
Okay. Thank you so much. I love you so much. Thank you. All right, let me see. I'm going to just go in the King James for a second. For the vision, I just want to make sure it's right. All right, we're going to start. Let's start in 1. Okay, we're going to start in 2:1. I'm just going to read it from a different translation. I will stand upon my watch. This is Habakkuk, right? I will stand upon my watch and set upon the tower, and will watch to see what he will say unto me, and what I shall answer when I am reproved. 2. And the Almighty, and Yahuwah answered me. Cross off the word Lord, please, if you're using King James. And the Almighty answered me, and Yahuwah answered me and said, write the vision and make it plain upon the tablets, that he may run that reads it. Make it plain upon the make it plain on the tables, on the tablets, that he may run that read it. For the vision is yet for an appointed time, but at the end it shall speak and not lie. Though it tarry, wait for it, because it will surely come. It will not tarry. Glory be to Yah. So if we go back to 2, we're talking about the tables. And the Almighty Yahuwah answered me and said, write the vision and make it plain on the tables, on the tablets. You're talking about right now, what he's writing is not going to be, hold on, I got to move this puzzle piece. Here we go with the puzzle pieces. MISHPACHA, you're going to need to do some action, please, on TikTok, because I don't want oh, come on. It's moving the piece slow, and by the time I do it, it's moving it out of its puzzle piece. Come on. Give me 1 second, MISHPACHA. If this is not lined up, we don't go. Okay, I think we got it. Okay. All right. Everybody just write something so it doesn't think we're AI just laying stagnant. All right. Glory be to Yah. And the Almighty answered me and said, write the vision and make what? And make it plain upon tables, on the tablets, that he may run that reads it. Glory be to Yah. So it's not just a road that's paved. We're talking about that he's writing something that's just like a sefer, the words, right? They're going to be written. They're going to be carved, that whoever reads those words, whoever reads the commandments of what the Almighty is saying, that what? What does it say? Let's go back there for a second. For the vision is not yet appointed to, that he may run that reads it, that runs from iniquity, that runs from lawlessness, that runs towards Yah, right? That runs to repentance, right? That we got to run from wickedness, that anybody who sees the truth, this is from Habakkuk, right? All right. Thank you, MISHPACHA, for your patience, because I see it in the suffer and it just didn't make sense. Just reading it just didn't click in. So what do we have? Yah said something was going to happen. He says, I want you to write it down, even though the time is not yet. How is that for us? He wrote it. We know the divine commandments. We know his ways. We know his laws, right? We know when we petition. Do we just say, I'll come back only, you know what? Only when you answer my petitions will, I come back and take you seriously. What about everything in the middle between when you ask for the petition and when you receive it? What about all that time in between? What are we doing? Are we remaining faithful to Yah? Are we remaining faithful to hearing his voice? Right? MISHPACHA, what we got to remember in all the fruits, all the divine fruits that we have of the divine Almighty himself within us. Think about it. How many of you have ever planted a garden with seed? Physically, I'm talking about getting seeds of watermelon, carrots, zucchini, whatever it is. How many of you actually put a seed in the soil? Has anybody ever planted a seed in the soil and watered it? Right? Did you think it was going to sprout that same day? No, you knew it wouldn't. Right? You knew it was going to take some time. How many of you, after a couple of days when you didn't see that sprout, but you knew that seed was there, well, why are you not sprouting up yet? Did you start getting your little shovel and start digging that seed up to see what was happening? Or are you trusting that seed? Are you trusting the Almighty? Are you trusting that you're taking care of it, and because you're watering it and the Almighty's doing everything else, that seed is destined to sprout and grow and become what it's meant to be? Right? So we don't dig up the seed just because we don't see the fruit yet. Right? Everybody write that down. That's important. Okay, just because you don't see what the Almighty's doing sometimes, just know when it sprouts, oh my gosh, get ready, get ready. And faithfulness, divine faithfulness, Mishpacha, is not controlled. It is not controlled by feelings. We do not control faithfulness by feeling. It has nothing to do at all with feelings at all. The divine seventh fruit of the divine Ruach HaKodesh himself, who is inside of us, has nothing to do with feelings. Why? Because feelings change day to day. 1 minute you feel energetic. Last night I had to get off early. Why? My body was shutting down. I had to go to sleep. I was feeling something, right? What we're feeling, right? So our faithfulness is not controlled by what we're feeling. Oh, I don't feel like journaling today. I don't feel like raising my hands and praising Yah today. I don't feel like trusting him today. Those are all feelings, but that's not divine faithfulness. Divine faithfulness, Father, I'm going to, you know what? My first breath, my last breath. When I wake up, when I go to sleep, everything in between is going to be glorifying you and doing your will. No matter how, even if I need to go to sleep, no matter what's trying to come against me, no matter what I need to rebuke, no matter what we need to be doing, right? Feelings change. A lot of feelings change day by day, not only day by day. How about hour by hour? You could be in the most fantastic peptiest step. Everything is going great. Everything's going, oh my gosh, favors coming in. Everything is doing great. And then all of a sudden, here it comes. Here it comes. Somebody or something to just put a wrench in the wheel to make you what? Get off your game, get off your step, right? Bring negativity, bring out that, that energy, try to suck it out of you, right? Our covenant does not change every time our feelings change. That covenant with the Almighty, we stand solid, we stand on ground with him. No matter what comes against us, Mishpacha, and that's going to be every day because the demons that are in other people cannot stand the Ruach HaKodesh that's inside of us. Please understand that. Anytime anybody's coming against you, it's not you. It's because the demons inside of you is not aligning up with the one spirit that you have, the Ruach HaKodesh that's inside of you. And it could be anybody. It could be someone at a store. It could be your own family. It could be anybody, anywhere, at any time. GM Falcon Joe, good to see you. Right? How many of us can say some days we feel stronger than others? You saw that last night with me. I couldn't wait to go to bed. I literally had in a 24-hour period 10 minutes of sleep. I was exhausted, literally exhausted. Okay? Some days we feel stronger than others. Some days we're tired. Some days we see things clearly with no distortion. We have divine eyesight. And some days, guess what? We got to ask because we don't understand what's happening. Some things we see things that how it's panning out and what the Almighty's doing with us. And some days we're like, Father, why is this happening? Some days we just don't see it as clear. And it's okay. It's okay. But as long as we're faithful to Yah first, he will make everything else okay. Donna, there you are, beautiful. Divine faithfulness in the Almighty, it stays. It remains no matter what. No matter who, no matter what situation, right? How many of you agree that all the divine fruits of the Ruach HaKodesh that's inside us has to remain no matter what's going on in our lives? The first one is what? Divine love. If you don't have the first one, you are never going to have all the other ones. Because if you don't have love, he says you don't have me. If you don't have divine love, you don't have him. That's first, right? Mishpacha, do you have divine faithfulness even in the little things? Yes or no? Write your answers, yes or no. Thumbs up, thumbs down. Do you have divine faithfulness in the Almighty? In small things, in just the little things? Sometimes we go, you know what, to the Almighty, Yahuwah, you know what? I want you to give me more. Father, more. There's nothing wrong with asking for more. There's nothing for, to claim abundance. There's nothing wrong with wanting more. Nothing. But you also don't chase more. You don't chase it. He will provide what you need more. You know what? The more that we give and devote our time to him, watch what he does. If you're just going to be can I have this? Can I have that? And do nothing for him? Well, he's given you life. He's given you breath. He put a roof over your head. He's given you food. What more else could you want if you're not doing nothing else? And if you're not journaling, not spending time, you're not trusting him, and you're still out in the world, he's still giving us breath, right? He's still giving us the main essentials, right? But faithful in the little things. Are you grateful for the little things you have? Little things.
Look,
Mona, go ahead, Mama. What do you have?
it's like divine love. You remember the situation I told you?
Yes.
They chewed me out and cut all that?
Yes.
Well, they apologized to me.
See? Glory be to Yah.
Yeah.
Faithful to him first.
Apologized.
I said, you're faithful to the Almighty first, and he makes a way where there looks no way. See, they apologize. Whatever the situation is, Mona said that she was waiting on.
I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I apologize. I didn't mean to say all those things to you.
That's wonderful.
I said, well, I know. I said, I knew it wasn't you. It wasn't you.
So Mona had an attack. We're finding it. Let me just explain to you. Mona had a verbal attack against her. Somebody was calling her and saying whatever it is. I don't know what it is. We don't need to know. Just verbally attacking her. Verbally, whatever was said to her, hurt her so, you know what? It hurt her so deeply that I actually saw her face, remember I asked you to stay on. It actually brought her in distraught. You could see when somebody's smiling and having that divineness of the Almighty, and it takes one word of a demon, something that tries to get you off that narrow path and get you off that alignment. And you saw it with me. You saw the attack on me, and you saw, I'm just trying to raise my hand, trying to talk, and you saw the frustration. That peace. So Mona knows exactly. We all have been there. And you know what? It's always when you're at your best. It's always at your top. You're always when you're singing and rejoicing. You ever notice in a movie when the family is all happy? I don't want to say happy. We rebuke that word. When the family's all rejoicing and everything is going well in the family, and then all of a sudden here comes the destruction. You ever notice that in movies?
Yes.
And you're saying, things are too good to be going on. Here it comes. And then sure enough, there it is. Right? Julie's right. I'm very...
So, it's like I told him, I said, well, out of all the things that you told me, said of me, I still love you.
Yes. We still got to love.
Because I knew it wasn't you. Yeah. It was the demons.
Still got to love. Absolutely. And you know what? It was hurt. The things that was said were hurtful. It was meant to hurt her.
Yeah.
That's how demons work. When they speak spewing vile things, it's meant to hurt. It's meant to hurt your heart. It's meant to hurt exactly where the Almighty sits on your throne of your heart. That's why they do it. That's why demons do it. They spew arrows and vileness. It's disgusting, actually, right? But the Almighty is going to soften their heart at some point and make them realize, you know what? How could I possibly be that ugly inside? How can I say I trust and walk the walk with the Almighty, with the divine fruit, and be so vile that it has to come to a point that you can't just brush it off because the Almighty, see what happened, Mona? It was constantly waiting on his heart and on his mind until he came to you and apologized. It's constantly going to be, huh?
Yeah. I apologize because it wasn't me. I said, no, it was you in a way, but it wasn't you. Because my doctor said it's got to be something that was wrong with what he said, my nervous system because of the stroke. I said, okay.
Well, you want to know what it is? Not having the divine fruits of the Ruach HaKodesh. The doctor could say everything else, but you got to understand the person that she's talking about. I'm not going to say, you know what, is not baptized in Yahushua HaMashiach's name, so he doesn't have the divine fruits of the Ruach inside. There's a big difference when you're baptized in his name and you have him dwelling inside with those characteristics of him. This stuff shouldn't be spewing out, being so vile and so hateful. Right? And so discontent and always problems and chaos. No. See, I know who she's talking about, and I know that person is not fully baptized in the Almighty's name. He doesn't even I don't even think he trusts in the Almighty's name. I think he's still on the JC. And don't worry, the Almighty has already worked through Mona, planting seeds where they need to be watered by the Almighty himself. But what happened? No matter what, you can't go after a child of the Most High and not think that vengeance is not his. Don't think that's not going to happen. Anybody that comes after the Almighty's children that are walking in alignment with him, watch what happens to those that try to come against us, no matter who it is. No matter who it is. Because you go against us, you're going against him. And that's breaking the first commandment, right? And the second commandment. So, and then what happens? All you got to do, you know what? If we did something wrong to someone, don't we just step up? I do it all the time. You know, you've seen me here, Mishpachah. Bring Yah, repent to Yah and repent to you. Ask for forgiveness. If you can't ask for forgiveness, there's something wrong. You know what's worse? When somebody that can never say that they're sorry. That is someone who's egotistical, narcissist, and just so petty. And it's not them. It's the demons inside. How many of you have known people in your life that cannot apologize, knowing that they're wrong, they've been proven that they're wrong, and did something and they still will not call, will not write, will not text, will never admit that they're wrong. And not just now, we're talking about through our whole life. How many times do those people come through your life? They just will never admit that they're wrong. They'll try to make a joke out of it, or they'll just they're going to try to trust that you just forget about it, right? No, it's not forgetting, because you know what? You could forgive a snake. You just don't invite that snake back. You could forgive, right? You could forgive because it's not them. It's the demons inside. So, Mishpachah, be faithful in the little things. I want to ask you, when the Almighty wants to trust you with something, are you trustworthy? Are you faithful that whatever he gives you, you're going to guard and keep, and it's so sacred, right? Whatever he gives you, responsibility, Mishpachah. You know what? When we ask the Almighty for more, when we ask for more responsibility, Father, I want to move forward. I want to move further. I want to go further. I want to build up more. I want to get more, Mishpachah. I want to bring more people. Right? Anything that we're asking the Almighty for more, are you ready to handle that responsibility? Don't ask if you're not ready to handle it. Don't ask. Okay? The Almighty wants to give us more. What? In abundance. How about more to be an influence on our family, on our moms or dads, our children, our grandchildren? We're supposed to be an influence on everybody who we come in touch with. Right? Our children. Right? Neighbors. Everybody's supposed to see the fruit of the Ruach within you shining out. Okay? What about opportunity? Right? You want the Almighty to give you more opportunities, door open. Are you ready for it? Are you ready for it? Are you paying attention? Are you pinpoint on clarity that he comes first before anything else? Because once he gives, you can't be so busy that you can't make time for what he's telling you and guiding you and listening, right? So it's not, Father, you know what? I need more. Sometimes the question needs to be, are we faithful for what he's already given us? He's given us time. He hasn't taken our last breath yet, right? Are we faithful, divinely faithful with our words, that what we speak? Are we faithful what comes out of our mouth, that it's going to line up with the Almighty and Torah and keep in covenant? Is it going to line up? Are you ready to be entrusted with what he has for you? Because we're in a new season, Mishpachah. We have doors opening, and he's showing abundance for everybody that remain faithful. He's showing so many things to me for all of us. Those that remain faithful to him and have divine love first. If you don't have divine love, I suggest go do whatever you got to do and get him first. Okay? Can't be around others if you don't have the divine love first. Okay, he doesn't want that. Let's go into Proverbs 28:20. Okay, and that's what that's not pointing out anybody for any reason. That's just fact. That is just fact. Okay, we know that we live by facts, the Almighty's facts, not our own opinions. Mishpachah, I want you all to say, I refuse to be offended by any demon. Say it. I refuse to allow any demons to come into my home, into the temple of Yah, into my family. I refuse. I rebuke it. Don't allow them in. They don't just come one, they come many. You know that. We're going to go into Proverbs. And we are going to go into Proverbs 28:20. Mona, what does that read? Boy, BDI. Oh, you know what? I'll do it. Proverbs 28:20. Where's my, oh, maybe, she had to step away. Oh, okay, no wonder why. She stepped away. She has her thing off for a minute. So, Mishpachah, we're going to go to 28:20. Joan, you want to read that?
Yes.
Thank you, beautiful.
A faithful man will abound with favoring, but he who hastens to be rich will not go unpunished.
Beautiful. So what do we have here in Proverbs 28:20? A divine, faithful man, someone who has the fruit of faithfulness. Okay? 20. A divine, faithful man shall abound with what? Divine favor. Get rid of the word blessings. We're not to be less, right? We're going to have divine what? Favor. But he that makes haste to be rich shall not be innocent. They're going to try to do things. They're going to scheme. They're going to plot. They're going to manipulate. They're going to try to do anything for riches and hoard and stack and just, you know what? They're just going to lie. They're going to be, look what he says. But he that makes haste to be rich, chasing after richness instead of chasing after Yah. What does it say? A faithful man that's true to Yah in all things, giving to him first, and then what? Sow your seeds to Yah, he'll sow back to you, the harvest, right? A faithful man shall what? Abound with what? Favor, divine favor in all things, not some things. Everybody say all things. Please say all things, not just picking and choosing, okay? But he that makes haste to be rich, chasing after just wealth, right? Shall not be innocent. Why? Why? They're too busy chasing riches. They're too busy hoarding. They're too busy not doing and paying attention to what other people need, what Yah wants them to do, right? Chasing after riches instead of chasing after him. They're going to lie on their taxes. They're going to lie to their spouses. Where was that? I just saw this recently. Oh, where was this? Where a husband, Father, bring this to my memory. It was just recently, within the past couple of days. A man went to go pay for something. Maybe I saw, I don't know, but a man went to go pay for something, and the money was hidden deep in his wallet because he didn't want his wife to know that he had extra money. And I said, she knows you have that extra money. And I said to him, don't think that she don't have her extra money that you don't know about. And that's fine, right? But you know what? You cannot pretend, you cannot pretend to hide something when it's going to come. And it took him forever to get that money out of that little part of his wallet that's hidden so much. Where are you going with this hiding the money? Where are you going? You're going to see him. I mean, he was really bending his fingers to, you know, those little slits in a man's wallet. You know, I was like, you're rooting your wallet to go after something that is hidden. She knows it's there. Oh, she don't know. No, she knows. She knows it's there. She knows, right? We always know, right? You can't fool things. The second you try to hide things from a spouse, they know, right? Ladies, if you don't think your husband knows that you have money to the side, he knows. He knows, unless you're in an abusive relationship and you really got to do a good job because you plan on leaving and ducking and dodging soon, then that's, but if you're just married and it's a great relationship and there shouldn't be anything hidden from each other. If you can't say, you know what, honey, you know what, in case of an emergency, I have I have an extra C note hidden, you know, in case I need to take I need to take an Uber or something happens. You know what? Everybody should have an extra 20. in case you have something or whatever that is. It's good to have Mishpachah. I'm going to tell you this right now because a lot of people separate over money. I'm going to tell you, a man should have his own bank account. A woman should have her own, and then you should have a joint one. Because no woman should have to ask her husband after he's buying fishing gears in a boat, and she has to feel guilty if she wants a car, right? She should have hers, he should have his, and then you should have theirs together. I got to tell you something. It's a sin. It's so sad when women have to bet, that's what it was. I knew it. It was my garage sale that I had on Saturday. Some guy, he goes, oh, this is the money. My wife don't know. I said, she knows. She knows it's there. That's where it was. It was I had a garage sale on Saturday, right? I'm downsizing, Mishpachah. I'm getting rid of things I don't need. Get rid of things that you don't need, right? Get rid. So he was buying something, and you know what? That's what it was. My garage sale. I knew it was just recent. That was on Saturday, right? It's a shame. Oh, and the same garage sale, same exact situation. This time the woman had to call up her husband. What was it? It was a big dog crate, brand new for a large dog. She goes, you know what? Because I told her, she was shocked at the price because it's brand new with tags still on it, never used one. She was shocked at the price. She goes, oh, but I got to ask my husband. I said, there it is. She's not getting it. I already knew because she had to ask him. Already knew. But if she had her own money, she would have said, you know what, this is a good deal, even if I flipped it or I knew somebody that needed it. No, I knew that before she even met, the second that she had to call her husband was the second I knew she wasn't buying it. I knew she wasn't going home with it. I knew it. You know why, Mishpachah? Because you don't have freedom. If you don't have true freedom when you can't make decisions for yourself. That's not true freedom. That's really not. That's bondage. That's a form of control. When a husband has to control a wife and a wife has to control a husband. Now, I understand when you know what, there's no reason people should have money hidden to buy alcohol because you're an alcoholic and you have things that need to be bought for the house and putting food on the table. Okay? I got to tell you something. Be careful. The Almighty don't like sneaks. He doesn't like anybody. If you can't be, hey, you know what? I'm coming home. Hey, what's that? Oh, yeah, I found it in a garage sale, brand new. I know we could use it for our dog when we go away or whatever. Well, I know somebody that needs this because they just got a puppy that needs to be crated, that the dog doesn't eat up everything. For whatever the reason, right? She had and you had to see her face of disappointment when he said no. You had to see it. No. Sad. Mishpachah. You and your husband should have that conversation. Unless he's a violent man, don't have that conversation. Okay? If he's violent, don't have that conversation. If he has those demons, don't. But if you say you have a loving, caring, an equal marriage, there should be no reason why you can't make decisions without asking him. I mean, you're not going out and buying a brand new house and a brand new car, right? If it's a joint account, then I can understand. With a little crate, you had to see her face. Sad. Absolutely sad. So Proverbs 28:20, a faithful man shall abound with favor, divine favor, right? But he that makes haste to be rich shall not be innocent, right? No. You know what divine faithfulness never does? It never quits, Mishpachah. Never quits. Just because the journey became a little longer than you expected, just because you waited a little bit longer for that answer, just because you're waiting for that seed that you planted for harvest and it hasn't hasn't been time for harvest yet. Let's just put it this way. If you planted that seed and you're waiting for that to rise up and to bear fruit and to reap a good harvest, do you just want one little fruit? Or are you going to wait for it to be so many things that you can harvest everything and have abundance all at one time? Right? So that's certain things the Almighty is working on with us. Right? Glory be to God. If you agree to what's being said here, please share the live, hit the like, and hit the repost. Right? You know what we got to keep doing? Keep showing up. You know what divine faithfulness does with the Almighty? we keep showing up in all things with him. When we're fasting together, when we're doing his Sabbath, Shabbat together, when we're doing the feast days together, when we're coming together 7 a.m. if you're able to, at sunrise, or 7 o'clock at night for sunset, when we're able to, right? We're keeping on showing up so we could be edified, iron sharpen iron, right? We keep showing up, Father, you first in all things. And you know what? We keep showing up, he's going to keep producing good fruit within us. Not spoiled, rotten fruit, good fruit. And what happens? First showing up, producing good fruit. Why? Because we're keeping his divine word in all things that we're doing and remaining steadfast. I'm not touching anything. You hear those sounds? The sounds going off on my, I'm not touching anything. That's confirmation. We are never to look back. Let's go to Luke 9:62. Okay? We're not looking back, MISHPACHA. Throughout this whole journey, during these 9 divine fruits, all of them is not looking back. Not looking like Lot's wife, moving forward. Okay, we're going to go to Luke 9, and we're going to go to 62. And if you're already there, MISHPACHA, please, let's hydrate. Okay, let's all speak to the cup. You're taking water from outside, and you're bringing it in your body, right? Make sure you speak positive things. Thank you for healing me, nurturing me, removing anything that needs to be flushed out of me. Anything that needs to be flushed out. Thank you for healing. Thank you for restoring, and thank you for refreshing. Our cup runneth over as it is written in Psalm 23:5. Thank you, Yah. Glory be to Yah. Never taking water without actually speaking to it first. You don't want water on the outside coming into your body. That's divine. Hold on, put more water in the cup. MISHPACHA, if you don't have bottles like this, okay, I want you to know I boil my water, and then I just keep refilling this bottle, right? And I put it in my refrigerator, ice cold water. Don't drink out of plastic, okay? Try to get as much glass as you can, even if they're mason jars that, that spaghetti, when you get jars of sauce, don't throw out those mason jars. Clean them out. Cleanse it. Fill them up with something. Fill them up with water. Fill them up with iced tea. Fill them up with lemon juice, lemonade without sugar, lemon water, right? Get all different things in your refrigerator, right? But I always boil my water. Mona, what'd you say, beautiful?
No, I said that's what I got mine in the mason jars.
That's
boil
it.
And I put it in the refrigerator.
Got to put in there. Don't keep drinking out of plastic. Thank you, Father. Thank you. Glory be to Yahuwah. All right, Luke 9:62. And what does it say? It says, we're almost done, so let's read it. That's what it says. It says 9:62, MISHPACHA. It says, and Yahuwah said unto him, this is the Almighty himself, speaking with his own mouth, right? The Almighty. And YAHUSHA said unto him, no man, having put his hand to the plow and looking back, is what? Is fit for the kingdom of the Almighty. Anybody that says that they're walking straight and then keep looking at back like Lot's wife, looking back, is not fit for the kingdom. I'm not saying it, read it. He's saying it, right? The Almighty out of his own mouth, the same one that created everything. Our Creator is speaking in the flesh, saying, those that what? No man having his hand to a plow. What does a plow do? Right? Has the ox or the horse in front and they're plowing, right? To plant seeds, right? They're making that straight way, right? Plowing, right? But if he's looking back, it's going to be zigzag. It's not going to be straight, that narrow path that's straight. He says, you're not going to be fit for my kingdom. Uh-oh. That's why we're doing the 9 divine fruits, so we can check out the speck in our own eyes, right? Right? So we do not run back. We don't turn back. We don't look back. We don't return. What does that mean? We don't return to our old patterns, our own ways. Right? We do not return. We do not run back. Just because forward looks complicated. Forward looks, oh, there's too many rules. There's too many regulations. There's too many commandments. Really? There's 1,050 commandments in the New Testament. There's half of that in the Old Testament. And the Almighty is going to make sure you're keeping all of them. as long as you're aligned with him. He's going to bring it to your remember. Oh, you can't touch that. That's not right. And his ruach inside of you is going to give discernment. Even if it's something that you're not sure of, he's going to know. You're going to know just by the feeling. No, I can't touch that. I can't look at that. I can't hear that. I can't speak this way. I can't dress that way. I can't go against the Almighty for anybody, not my spouse, not my children, not anyone. Right? We do not run back. We do not run back and return to old patterns. Darcy, good to see you, beautiful. Angel, good to see you. Right? We do not return to old patterns. Why? Why? Just because they're familiar and comfortable? That's how Lucifer wants it. That's how demons want you. They want you comfortable with having all the weights on your shoulder, depression, right? They want you to be offended in everything and everyone, right? Everything is going to be a bothersome. Everything's going to be a problem. Everything is going to be chaos. But you know what? You're comfortable. You're comfortable in that. I can never be comfortable in that. I can never be comfortable in that anymore. Right? Can you be comfortable in the way you used to be anymore, Mishpacha? Could you be comfortable knowing that Halloween is coming, and you know what? Could you be comfortable buying any Halloween and decorating at all? Can you be comfortable with that? No, you can't. So here's the divine faithful versus the rotten fruit. Here's the difference. You ready? Divine, no matter what it is always going to be loyal to the Almighty first, before self or anybody else. Divine faithfulness, the seventh divine fruit of the Ruach. The first is going to be loyal to him. Then, are you trustworthy? Okay, you trust him in all things. Can he trust you in all things? How about consistency? You know what? Those that are faithful, to have that divine faithfulness inside, not only are we loyal, not only are we trustworthy, we're going to be consistent. Even when everything tries to take us down and tries to destroy, we're going to keep moving forward no matter what the obstacle. We do not stop. We keep moving forward no matter what. Is that you, Mishpacha? Are you able to move forward? When people are trying to lasso you and try to strangle you and try to bring you down, do you break out of those bondages and you keep moving forward because you know whose you are? Nothing. Say nothing and no one can take me down. Nothing and say it. Say nothing and no one can take me down. I'm in the hand. The Almighty says, I have you in my hand. You are under my arm, underneath my wing. I assign heavenly hosts to you. Anybody that comes against the children of Mishpacha, guess what? Not a good thing. Not a good thing that's going to happen to them individually. And it may run off to their family, God forbid. Right? Divine faithfulness versus rotten. Loyalty first, trustworthy, consistency. Divine patience. That's one of the fruit, Mishpacha. Again, divine patience. Divine patience. Understanding that we're not fighting against flesh and blood. We are fighting against demons and rulers in high places, demonic spirits. Right? Divine faithfulness endures to the end. We're enduring. I don't care if I have to crawl. I don't care what I have to do. Me personally, I don't care what I have to do and what I have to go through, as long as I at the end, I'm touching his garment or holding on to the Almighty, and that he says, well done, and that I endured no matter what it is we have to do. We're going to do it together, Mishpacha. Staying strong, keeping our eyes on Yah and him only. Right? What about integrity? Can you say you have integrity if you're a problem maker or you're listening to demons? Could you say you have? Do you have integrity? Do you keep what the Almighty tells you to keep and do what he tells you to do? Okay? Do you only show yourself to be worthy in front of everybody? Or then once you're around, then once, nobody sees? Okay? Do you dress? How do you dress? Do you dress like you're a child of the Most High? Or do you look like, you're a child of the father of lies? Right? Everybody sees your business. Right? Do you have any kind of integrity? Right? We don't want to say the word pride, because we're not prideful people. That's one of the deadly sins that he hates, is pride. Right? But integrity. Do you walk knowing who you are, whose you are, and why you are? Right? How about that divine faithfulness of covenant commitment? Covenant commitment with the Almighty. Let's talk about the rotten fruit. Well, you have to. The tree of knowledge of good and evil has what? Both divine fruit and rotten fruit. It's on the same tree. That tree represents us, Mishpachah. Okay? Rotten fruit. You know what rotten fruit is? Unreliable. Unreliable. Not trustworthy. Unreliable. That's rotten fruit. Unreliable. What is that? Double-mindedness. Right? Serving the Almighty and serving the world at the same time. Right? He says, a double-minded man is unstable in all his ways. Right? Double-mindedness. The Almighty can't stand it. Double-minded man is unstable in all his ways, not some, all his ways. Right? A rotten fruit. Broken commitments. Right? Broken commitments, broken promises. Breaking the covenant, broken commitments, right? How many marriages have been broken, that commitment that you made for one another, right? Because demons and devils got in your household, got inside and took over, right? Rotten fruit, you know what they do? They quit when things become difficult. They quit. That's it, I'm done. I can't do this anymore, right? You know the big difference between can and can't? Is that letter T. That letter T is demons torturing you, saying that you are not going to be able to do what the Almighty says you can do, that all things through him, right? Are you going to quit when things become difficult? That's a rotten fruit. That's rotten. What about this? You know what rotten fruit does? Says one thing and doing another. Says one thing, remembers half of the story, not a whole story. Gives you part of something, not the whole thing, right? Says one thing and does another thing. And you know what rotten fruit actually does, Mishpachah? They only remain when it's convenient for them. That's the only time that they show, oh, we're smiling, everything is great. Oh, yes. It's when things are going well for them, right? That's really the only time, right? A rotten fruit will show you their rotten fruit. He says, you'll know them by their fruit. Just look at them. Look at what they say. Look how they act. Look how they treat Mishpachah. Look how they treat the Almighty. Because how you treat us, how we treat each other is a representation of how we treat the Almighty. How we treat him first, gotta love him. And how we treat each other, those are the two commandments that all the other commandments are based on. Yah first, and then his children, right? Divine faithfulness is not proven by what we say, Mishpachah. Oh, yeah, in the mighty name of Yahuwah and Yahusha, right? Prophesying in Yahuwah and Yahusha's name, and thus saith the Almighty, right? Right? It's not proven by what we say, Mishpachah. You want to know a true follower of the Almighty? You want to know the ones that truly have the fruit? It is revealed by what we consistently do. The consistency of what we do. We're true to Yah first. We're consistent. We're not I can't stand that word, wishy-washy, right? Double-mindedness, right? So divine faithfulness is you're not proving anything by what you say. Anybody could say anything, right? Oh, Kat, I love you, darling, right? You know what the divine fruit of faithfulness does? It is revealed by what we consistently do. Every single one of you that I keep coming back to be edified, iron sharpening iron, by being in the Ruach, by being in his living word, in the living word, the scriptures themselves, right? By coming together as one body, one spirit, one name, one house, one bloodline, staying on that narrow course, that narrow path, right? It's by what we do, setting our alarm clocks to get up. I got to be up at least an hour and a half early before we could do even sunrise. You guys, it's all right. You guys could roll out, brush your teeth, wash your face, take a shower, and come on. No, I literally have to get up an hour, sometimes an hour and a half early before even sunrise, before what we're doing. And you know what? I'm going to consistently do that. Why? For Yah first, the commitment that I said that he gave me something to do. He said that we're going through a new phase right now, a new season. And I took it on saying, I will do it. And I will do as he guides me. I am not going to be not consistent in what the Almighty tells us to do, especially now in this season where we're moving forward through new doors being open. I want to ask you something. It's a yes or no question. Can Yah trust you around his divine children? Can you be trusted? If you don't have divine fruit and some of your fruit are spoiled and rotten, can you be trusted to take out the speck out of your own eye and not cause chaos amongst brethren? Well, can he trust you with people, just around anybody, strangers? Are you going to shine the light of the Almighty that's in you outward? Are you going to be trustworthy for that? Can Yah trust you with increase? If all of a sudden he starts increasing you with finance, are you going to start going to the track? Are you going to start going to doing scratch-offs? Are you going to start going to the Hard Rock Casino? Can he trust you with increase to do what needs to be done for his kingdom and his will, his way? Are you able to do that? Can Yah trust you with what we asked him for? If you asked him for something and he gave it to you, can he trust that you're going to do the right thing with that? Whatever that is. I don't know what you guys are asking. Okay? Whatever that is. If he gave it to you, right? Let's say, I don't know, whatever that example is. Can he trust us what we asked him for? And if we receive it, what are we going to do with that? Right? Whatever it is. Right, Mishpachah, that's between you and him. And lastly, let's go here. Let's go. Are we going to be divinely faithful to the end, to Yahuwah, and to each other, Mishpachah? Because those are the two. We got to be faithful to him and faithful to us, that nothing or no one separates the flock. Right? It's okay to go on if you're, you know what? There's other things the Almighty's leading you with. But you know what? There's still love, divine love. There's still divine joy. There's still divine peace. There's still divine patience. There's still divine kindness. There's still divine goodness. And here we're still on divine faithfulness. Even if you just, doesn't matter. Even if you're learning from other platforms, great. Never have a problem. Never. And make sure that whatever you're listening to, whoever you're listening to, is not causing division for anyone else. Please don't ever be that person. Revelation 2:10, Mishpachah. Let's go to Revelation 2:10. Okay? People come and go in our lives. And that is by design. The Almighty, I want to ask you something. The people that you grew up in kindergarten, elementary school, how many of you still have those friends from elementary school? I have one since kindergarten. There's only one that I know since kindergarten that we're still friends to this day. And I just, a couple of months ago, went to her son's wedding. Right? You were here. I told you about it. Right? Still friends to this, still good friends to this day. From kindergarten. She lives in Hawaii. I would love to see her a lot more, but right? Revelation 2:10, we're talking about being divine faithful to the end. Ready? Fear none of those things that you shall suffer. He says, whatever's going to happen, don't forget, in the book of Revelation, right? A lot are going to be coming after the children of Yasharel, and I got to be careful how I say it. There are guillotines, people that don't bow down to the beast system or the anti-Messiah, things that don't renounce the Almighty, those that don't renounce. There's going to be consequences. He says those that endure after the tribulation. There is no pre-trib, Mishpachah. Nowhere in Scripture that he says that he's coming to get us before tribulation. We're in tribulation right now. He says, fear none of those things that, get rid of which, that you shall suffer. Behold, watch out for it. Look, behold, the devil shall cast some of you into prison. What do you think those FEMA camps are for? Want to take a guess? Behold, the devil shall cast some of you into prison, that ye may be tried. Judge and jury, his, right? That you're going to be tried. You're going to be put on trial, right? And you shall have tribulation for how many days? 10, like the 10 commandments. Stay focused. Stay focused. 10. 10 is completion, right? Those 10 commandments. And you shall have tribulation for how many days? 10. 10 days. And what does he say? Be. Here's something, Mishpachah. Here's something we need to be. Here's a commandment. Be faithful. Be divinely faithful unto death. Be divine, not just faithful. He wants you to be divinely fruitful in his faith. Okay? That fruit needs to be divinely faithful. Onto what? Being unalive. And what is he going to say? And I will give you a crown of life. I will give you a crown of life. He that has an ear, let him hear what the Ruach, what the Spirit says, onto the called out assemblies. That's you, Mishpachah, the set apart. That's you, the elect. That's you, the ambassadors. That's you, children of the Most High. That's you, right? That says onto the called out assemblies. He that what? Overcomes. Only those that overcome shall not be hurt on the second death. Well, the second death leads you to where? Where's the second death? You won't feel death, Mishpachah. He says, death, where's your sting? We won't feel it when he takes us. Or, you know what? We take our last breath. No matter how that happens, we will never feel it. But those during the second death, what happens during that time on Judgment Day? Well, Lucifer and his cronies, guess what? That second death goes into the lake of fire for all eternity, where there's gnashing of teeth, where there's torture. All I know is, you know what? There's 9 divine fruits. There's one kingdom. There's one king. There's one Abba Yahuwah. There's one royal spirit, Ruach, that's within us. And to upset him for a second, let's just say you did something against him and he took your breath 10 seconds later. You were caught doing something you weren't supposed to do, say things you weren't supposed to say. 10 seconds later, he took your last breath. And it was against him, his kingdom, his name, or even his children. How do you think that's going to fly on Judgment Day? Because that's what he's going to remember. It says, stay steadfast, right? Always repent. So how many of you right now can say you have divine faithfulness? You put Yah first in all things. Don't forget, he's your first love, Mishpachah. We're married to him already. The bride and the bridegroom, the king and the queen, right? Yasharel is the queen, right? There is no male or female, right? Glory be to Yah. Fantastic. Let's go into some praise and worship. Let's go. Divine. We're on the 7th fruit today, the divine fruit. What a great day. Oh, Nancy, good to see you. Come on in, come on in. Marcus, good to see you. Great to see you. If you could all do one thing, Mishpachah, greatly appreciated. If you could all just share the live, hit the like. How are we doing on some of these, what are they called? I don't even say them anymore. What the gifts on TikTok, right? The support gifts. If any of you can hit some of those, that would be great, greatly appreciated. Let's just say, let's do a song. I'd like to do. Let's stay in this. There's no other name, right? What's the name? No other name but for salvation. If there's anybody here that needs to be baptized in YAHUSHA HaMashiach's name, please start filling. Let me know. Is there anybody here that's here for the first time or been here a few times and you heard the name Yahuwah, I am that I am. You heard the name Yahusha, I am that saves. You know that he is one, they are not three. Okay? He says, if you've seen me, you've seen the Father, right? He goes from everlasting to everlasting, and the word became flesh. I don't know how many more times people have to see it. In Isaiah, he says that he's a what? He's coming from a virgin, and she's going to give birth to a male child, a male, not a female, a male. And he's going to what? Have the weight of the kingdom on his shoulder. He's going to be called Counselor, He's going to be called Prince of Peace. He's going to be called what? Father. Go look at Isaiah 9:6. Go take a look. Go take a look. Go look at 7:14. Go look at Isaiah. You know what? He's the Father in the flesh. The Aleph and the Tav, the beginning and the end, who was, who is, and is to come, the Almighty. There's no in between, right? It's him. So if anybody needs to be baptized, please, let's get you baptized tonight. Tonight's the night. Tonight, let's do it. Come on, it's an exciting night, right? With the divine fruit. You want to have not just the fruit. You want to have his divine fruit. And the only way you're going to have his divine fruit is to have his divine ruach inside of you. That is it, right? Is there anybody that needs to, please, for the love of Yah, if there's anybody that would like to be baptized, you could, in your own bathtub, let's fill up your bathtub. You got a pool, a jacuzzi, a hot tub, it don't matter. You got a storage bin, you got a garbage pail. Somebody got baptized in a garbage pail, right? They cleansed it out, right? A children's kiddie pool, right? A backhoe, an animal trough. So you use what you got. You don't know if we're here to look at everybody. Look, people are going every single day. Things are being destroyed, houses and neighborhoods every single day. If you are not right with the Almighty, you will never see or enter his kingdom unless you are born again of his spirit. You got to be cleansed. And it's only this one name right here. Let's go. Let's get baptized in Yahusha's name. Acts 4:12. No other name.
We call on you.
Let's get you baptized. No other name. No.
I was searching far and wide, trying to fill this empty space. Every road I walked on let me nowhere but your grace. Then I heard the truth come ringing like a fire in my spirit. Proclaim the name of Yahusha. Shout it loud and let them hear it.
Chains fell off when I called upon his name.
I felt
Freedom of the love and not with no shame.
not by power,
Not by might.
but only by a set apart name.
Every tongue will rise and say it. Every knee will bend and say it.
There is no salvation, but in his sanctified name. There's no other way, there's no other truth, no other name.
MISHPACHA, what's that name?
There's no other name
Yahusha.
given among men to be saved.
We shout it out loud, we lift it up high. It's the only name that salvation can come by. Yahusha made a way for us.
Woo! Yes!
There's no other name under heaven, no other name that can save.
His name, Yahusha. I am the saint.
Tries to tell me there's 1,000 different roads.
Nope.
I stand firm on the promises, the truth my spirit knows. Not by riches, not by wisdom, not by anything I've done, but by the name Yahusha that conquered death and rose again. Through the trials by fire, I will never be ashamed. I'll declare it in the valley, I'll shout it in the rain. From the north, south, east, and west, let the message be proclaimed. There is power, there is healing in Yahusha's mighty name. Needs to seek the truth and hearing. There's no other name under heaven. We shout it out loud, we lift it up high. It's the only name that salvation can come by. Yahusha made a way for us. Power of his grace. There's no other name under heaven. No other name.
Who can heal?
His name.
Who redeems?
His name.
Who restores?
His name.
Forever we proclaim.
No other hope. No other way. No other truth. No other name. We stand It's the power of the divine spirit we receive. Say it loud, don't hold back. The name brings the lost sheep back. Say it strong. Say it strong. Let it ring. Let it ring. It holds total power over everything. There's no other name. We shout it out loud. We lift it up high. It's the only name that salvation can come by. YAHUSHA made a way for us. Made a way for you. Woo! His grace, there's no other name under heaven. No other name that can save. No other name under heaven.
Nope. There isn't.
No other name. We stand bold in His glory, forever proclaim.
Fabulous. Again, that's from our brother Bryce from Faith Factory Productions. No other name. That's Acts 4:4. That's Acts 4:12, MISHPACHA. There is no other name given to men under heaven that salvation could come by. Well, Yahuwah means I am that I am. The one who spoke everything into creation, the living word himself, the spirit, the Ruach himself, coming in the flesh, John 1:14. And the word was made flesh. Here he is. YAHUSHA, I am that saves. If you've seen me, you've seen the Father, for we are one, right? I am come in my Father's name, and you receive me not. If another shall come in his own name, hail Zeus, him, people are following, right? He says, I am come in my Father's name. This has to match up 100%. Not in Greek, not in Roman. It has to match up in his native, the language that he created. Okay? Has to be him. Yahuwah, I am. I am Yahuwah. Yahuwah, I am that I am. YAHUSHA, I am that saves. There is no other name. If you, like me, I was Roman Catholic. I'm 100% Italian. Born again Christian at 15, then baptized, a Baptist, right? All three in the wrong name, in pagan religions, practicing paganism, holidays and traditions, never knew the Almighty. I'm telling you, as an Italian woman, that menorah, it has nothing to do with Judaism. That golden chalice has nothing to do with Catholicism. Combined, it has to do with the testimony of the Almighty himself and his children, and the alignment, commitment, and covenant he made with us, and that we made with him, those that stay faithful and true. And that is it, period. That's Old Testament, New Testament, one testimony. There it is, in one sentence, literally in one breath. All right, glory be to God. Let's keep going. Let's do another one. How many of you have been revived and purified? Right, the fruits. Let's do it. You've been chosen, you've been set apart, you've been called, you've been sanctified. The fruit, the 9 fruit is inside of you, the Almighty.
Scattered throughout the nations, yet we're never alone. Chosen by Yah before time was known. By His Spirit's calling, we're set apart by grace. Your living truth shines upon every face. Though this world may wander and kingdoms may fall, your covenant boldly stands and your promise carries us all. You knew our names before the stars shine bright. You call us out of this world to walk in your light. Through every trial, through every flame, forever faithful, we praise your glorious name. We are chosen and we follow your call. Standing firm, the kingdoms may fall. Born again by faith into living proof. Held by our hands, you are our light and eternal truth. Though our faith may be tried, we stand firm and bold. Your covenant promise never grows old. As we are refined and our faith may be tried, we stand as one body, revived and purified.
Revived and purified. purified, Mishpacha. You're set apart different.
An inheritance promised, no thief can steal.
No thief can steal it unless you allow it.
Proclaimed by the heavens and forever sealed. Guarded by a mighty hand, secured within your perfect plan. Though sorrow lingers for a little while, joy is waiting for who endure the trial. The fire refines but does not destroy. It only reveals eternal joy. When YAHUSHA comes in his glorious light, every tear will flee from sight. We are chosen and we follow your call. Standing firm though kingdoms may fall. Born again by faith into living proof. Held by our hands, you are our light and eternal truth. Though our faith may be tried, we stand firm and bold. Your covenant promise never grows old. As we are refining our faith may be tried, we stand as one body, revived and purified. Though we cannot see you, you still hear our plea. Your endless mercy is all that we need. The prophets search for your amazing grace. Now we behold your loving embrace. Even angels long to see the wonder of your eternal victory. So prepare your mind, be sober and strong. Keep your faith and truth where it belongs. Not conform to yesterday's fray, but walking in your righteous way. No longer bound by man-made traditions, no longer chained by worldly ambitions. Our hearts awake and our eyes can see your truth has set your children free. We are chosen, we are called by the blood of the Lamb that conquered all. Born again with your spiritual glow, anchored in faith when troubled waters flow. Every nation, every tongue, we lift your name in praise and song. The Spirit of our Father reigns over our lives. Cleansed by your righteous love, we are revived and purified.
Yes.
Be steadfast in all that you do, for you are favored, faithful and true. Until the day your kingdom comes, we receive your covenant and stand as one. For YAHUAH'S glory, we are the page of redemption story. Your truth is living, our race is won. Through YAHUSHA, the spotless one.
Mona, thank you, beautiful. Thank you.
We'll walk in reverence all our days, revived and purified. We forever sing your praise.
Excellent. Excellent.
Your praise.
Excellent. Another one from our brother Bryce. This one is revived and purified off of the scriptures, 1 Peter 1:16. All right, glory be to Yah. All right, Mishpacha, what we're going to do is we're going to claim soaking in affirmations, right? We're going to claim these fruits. Let's do it. We're going to go into 888. All right, that's it. That's the vibration we're going to be in. Hold on. We're going to be in 888. And you know what? I want you to close your eyes. Okay, I just want you to breathe. Okay, I want you to breathe in the glorious light of the Almighty. Breathe out everything that's a speck in your eye or things that are just weighing you down, things that are trying to take control over your mind and your ears and your eyes and your heart and the way you're walking. Start, you know what? Find it. Find that divine peace. Please find that divine peace. Okay? At all costs, he says, find him. Okay? Find him and you'll find peace. Okay? No peace, no him. All right? If you don't have him, if you don't have peace, that means there's something wrong. 888.
We carry the divine fruit of Yahuwah. Basic truth revealed, brothers and sisters in covenant. One body, one spirit, one name, one seed, walking in divine love. My heart is aligned with Yahuwah. My mind is aligned with Yahuwah. My steps are aligned with Yahuwah. I am light, I am fruitful, I am peaceful, I am grateful, I am walking in divine alignment. You are our source. Basic truth revealed, brothers and sisters in covenant. One body, one spirit, one name, one seed, walking in divine love. Yahuwah, your spirit lives within us. I am walking in divine love. Divine joy flows within me. Divine peace surrounds me. I am patient, I am kind, I am filled with goodness. I am faithful, I am gentle, I walk in self-control. We are children of light, we carry the divine fruit of Yahuwah. Basic truth revealed, brothers and sisters in covenant. One body, one spirit, one name, one seed, walking in divine love. Your spirit lives within us. I am walking in divine love. I am walking in divine love. Divine joy flows within me. Divine peace surrounds me. I am patient, I am kind, I am filled with goodness. I am filled faithful, I am gentle, I walk in self-control. We are children of light, we carry the divine fruit of Yahuwah. Basic truth revealed, brothers and sisters in covenant. One body, one spirit, one name, one seed. Walking in divine love. Yahuwah, your spirit lives within us. I am walking in divine love. Divine joy flows within me. Divine peace surrounds me. I am patient. I am kind. I am filled with goodness. I am faithful. I am gentle. I walk in self-control. We are children of light. We carry the divine fruit of Yahuwah. Basic truth revealed, brothers and sisters in covenant. One body, one spirit.
Hold on. All right, my darlings. Glory be to Yah. All right, Mishpachah. Right. The more you say affirmations of who you are and the divinity of the Almighty who is inside of you, the more that you claim those divine fruits and you name them. You see how that was repetitive? Because the more that you repeat them, the more that you become them. The more that you stay away from them, the more your rotten fruit will. That's the only thing that could produce. The more that you claim who you are and whose you are and why you are and who's inside of you, and that because he's divine. And if he's the vine, right? He says, I'm the vine. Well, okay. You're the vine of what? The divine fruit. Divine light. Divine everything pure and righteous, right? Now, the Almighty who's inside of us, what does that make you, Mishpachah? It makes you divine. Don't let anybody tell you anything otherwise. You're divine because you have the I am that I am is inside of you, who is the divine Ruach HaKodesh. His divine Ruach is where? Inside of you. That makes you divine. And that means you walk according to his will, his ways, and that's it. That's it. Don't let anybody else trip you up, tell you anything else. You walk by his way, and he'll guide you. He'll guide you in all his divine fruit. Don't let anybody explain the divine fruit to you that you already know that it's either true or it's false. It's either walking in light or it's walking in division. It's either walking in peace or you're having chaos. You'll know the fruit. You'll know the wolves. You'll know them by their fruit, right? Look at this. So peaceful, divine peace, right? You could tell the difference. Duane, after this beautiful song, I'll have to go. Long day tomorrow and still have a few things to do before I go to bed. Thank you, Michelle. Great study. So appreciated you. I love you, Mama. All right. Glory be to Yah. Mishpachah, today, let's do this. We're talking about the fruit. We did this before. Let's do it today. Sign language. Ready? Today, I, point to yourself, learned to sign, get your fingers to sign the words. Let's do divine. You know the letter D on a flat, your non-dominant hand, the letter D, divine. Who remembers how to do fruit? We did it before. You're going to make the letter F. This isn't 666 in paganism, right? This is the letter F. And you're going to go right by the side of your mouth, fruit. So everybody do divine, the letter D, divine, fruit of the Spirit, right? Oh, well, actually, it's got to be divine fruit of the divine Spirit. Let's do divine, letter D. Let's go. D slot. Let's do it. The letter D, divine, F for fruit, right by your mouth, like it's sweet, right by your mouth. Fruit, divine, Spirit of our divine Father. Right? Glory be to Yah, who sits where? How do we do divine kingdom? Divine, right? Divine. Wait a minute. We know how to do heaven. Wait, heaven. This is the throne. This is, let's do on his divine throne. On our Father's divine throne. Sit on a chair like your arms are on the armrest. That means the throne, right? Right? How do we do king? King of kings. The letter K. Right? You're putting on the satchel. Remember, king. King of kings. Right? Kings. How do we do crown, Mishpachah? Right? We want all five. Oh, there we go, Joan. Joan got the crown. Mona got it. How do we do crown? Right? Pretend that you're pinching sideways. Just open and just put a crown. Crown. Right? Put it right on your head. Crown. Right? So how do you do the king's crown? King's crown. How do we do heaven? Heaven. You go 1, 2, open. Right? The third heaven, right? 1, 2, open. So how do we do divine heaven? Right? How do we do divine? Letter D. Divine, finger up. Divine heaven. Right? Glory be to God. How do we do divine fruit? We're talking about the divine fruits, right? The divine fruit. Let's do divine. Letter D. Divine. Letter F. Fruit. Who remembers how to do vegetables? V, the letter V in sign language, not U, V, right? And you just twist, vegetables. Vegetables. You got to put it by your mouth, okay? By your mouth. Can't go out here. It's got to be here. Vegetables, because it's something that you're eating. Vegetables. Fruit. Vegetables, right? Glory be to Yah. Got to get back in our sign language. You love it. How do we do mother? Who remembers how to do mother? Mother. How do we do grandma? How do you do great grandma? How do you do father? How do you do grandpa? Great grandpa. Right? How do you do my name? How do you do my name? My, touching yourself because it's about you. My, 2 fingers on top of 2 fingers, name. My name. And then you can spell out your name, right? If you know the alphabet, then you'll know it, right? My name. How do we do, there's so many. How do we do divine house, the house of the Almighty? How do we do divine? Letter D, Mishka. Look at the words. Look at the letter that starts out with that word, D. Divine house, right? Divine house. How do we do the scriptures, the divine scriptures, right? Divine scriptures. Open up the scriptures. Remember, the middle finger represents the 9-inch nails and the book, right? So this is the book of the one who has the 9-inch nails, the living word himself. So divine scriptures, opening the book of scriptures, right? The living word, right? How do you do read? How are we going to read? Oh, Gloria knows, right? You open your hand like these are the lines on the book, palm, right? With your dominant hand, and you go line by line, read, read. So how do we do I read the divine scriptures, right? Got to get back to that because we were starting to do hopeful sentences, right? Divine scriptures, right? So say, how do you say thank you, Mishpachah? We want to keep, Mona, I can't see you behind here, so I don't know how you're doing. There you go. Thank you. Thank you. Who remembers how to do please? Please. Circle. How do you do sorry? Knuckle. Make S. And go sorry. You know what? I'm sorry. Okay. Point like this. I'm sorry. And put a circle. Just like please is open hand. Sorry is closed fisted. Okay. So I'm sorry. How do you do family? Who knows how to do family? Mishpachah. Okay, F is in family, but these are family members, right? Those little digits, family, coming together, family. How do you do I love you? How do you do I love you, Mishpacha? Point to yourself. I give a hug, take them in. I love you, right? And your face expression when you're doing sign language, that say it and also show your face. When I'm saying I love, I'm not just saying, yeah, I love you. Yeah. No, when I say I love you, right? You could feel it. You could see it in you reading my lips if you were in sign language, right? You'll read. And you're reading my face and you're reading the words that I'm signing, right? Glory be to Yah. How do we do Mishpacha? How do we do house? Home. This is house. How do we do home? Okay, you're going to take your hand like this, put it in a clam position, and go from your chin to your cheek. This is home. This is house. Home. How do we do petition? Right? Like we're petitioning to the Almighty. You're going to do the prayer hands, and you're going to bow underneath your chin. Petition. Like when we're, all right, this is petitioning. Right? Let's see what else we got. How do we do lion? The Lion of Judah, Yahudah. Who remembers how to do lion? Who remembers? The mane of your hair. You're going to take your hand and you're just going to go like this, the lion. This is a lion right here. The Lion of Yahudah right here. Okay, the main part, like the main part of the head right here, where the crown is, the lion, right, of Yahudah. Right? How do we do giraffe? Oh, you guys remember that one? The long neck, right? The long neck, the giraffe. Who remembers how to do lamb? Different than sheep. Who remember? There you go. Do the rest of it. Okay, it's going to be baby. That's the lamb. And then you're going to take your two fingers on the top. So it's baby lamb. Now, if you're going to do sheep, you're not doing baby. Okay, you're just going to do sheep, meaning there's multiple together. Okay, baby sheep. Isn't that great? The lamb and the sheep. How do we do Mishpacha? Oh, I'm going to teach you cat today. Who wants to learn how to get? Today I learned. Let's do today. Today I learned. You're going from the book into your brain, right? So today I learned to sign the word cat, like the whiskers. You could do one side or you could take both, cat, right? The whiskers of a cat. It's always good because we always have children that want to learn also the animals, right? So today we're doing cat, right? Glory be to Yah. Let's see what else we have. We have so many. So many, I can't remember them all. So many, I can't remember them all. How do we do Mishpacha? Yes. How do we do yes? Who remembers how to do yes? There you go, Gloria. Knock. Yes. Just do it twice. How you do it? Are you guys all right? You guys are feeling right? Yes? Yes or no? Do you love the Almighty? Yes, just twice. You don't keep on going like you're knocking on a door, because this literally might mean knocking on a door, right? Yes. Yes. How do you do no? Staple. Take it like the two prongs that are in a staple on your thumb. No. Twice. No. Yes. No. Mishpacha, how do you do hospital? Who remembers how to do hospital? Take the letter H. Who remembers hospital, Mishpacha? Hospital. Okay, you're going to make the cross on the arm right here, the meaty part of your arm. Make an H. H. Mishpacha, how do you do medicine? Who remembers how to do medicine? Oh, look at you guys. Look at them on Zoom. Middle finger, like you're squishing a pill in the middle of your palm. Medicine. Medicine. Mishpacha, how do you do pressure, like blood pressure? You all got it. Look at you. You're going to squeeze your arm. Pressure, like a heartbeat. Pressure. Pressure. How do we do high blood pressure? How do we do high pressure? High blood pressure. High. blood pressure. How do we do low blood pressure? Low blood pressure. Low blood pressure. How do we do doctor, Mishpacha? Aha! Got you stumped, every one of you. Everybody make the letter D for doctor. Letter D. No. No, Gloria, yep. Put your pinky down. Yep. And then what we're going to do is we're going to tap our wrist with the letter D for doctor. Doctor, twice. Doctor. Okay? So doctor, hospital. How do we do hospital? Let me say doctor. D, tap on your wrist. Doctor. Doctor. Okay. How do we do heart? How do we do heart? Well, that's one way, Mona. That's everybody's watching Mona. She's going like this. Now, this is a cute way of doing heart, but that's not, you could do that, but that's not, no. Heart is you're taking your middle finger, the same thing that reminds us of the 9-inch nails. Who sits on a heart, right? You can take your middle finger and literally tap on your heart. Heart. So say, my heart loves you. Everybody point to me for you, right? Just whoever you're pointing to, that other person is you, right? Not you, meaning you yourself, that other person, right? Glory be to God. How do you do I, like I love you? Point to yourself. I. How do you do me? Tap your chest once. Me. And then how do you do? Okay. I, me, mine. I point. Me once. Mine is twice. Okay. I, you're pointing to yourself. My, you're tapping once. And mine twice. I, me, mine. Everybody do I. Me. Do me. I is pointing. Me is hitting. Like me. Everybody say me. Me. Say me. Everybody just tap and say me. Me. Everybody do I. Zoom. I. I is easy. Just you point it to yourself. Me. Just tap your chest once. Me. Mine. Tap twice. All right, Mishpacha, how do you do my? My is one time. One time. I got to make this. All right, you'll get it. How do you do I? Let's do mine. Twice. Mine. Mine. My. You know what? You know how you're going to remember this? I, you're pointing with your one finger, singular, one. One is you're pointing to I. My, you know what? It's only going to be one tap because there's only 2 letters. So it's going to remember it's not 2 because mine has 4 letters in it. So I, it's 1. You're going to point to you. I is you're pointing to yourself. My only has 2 letters, 1 tap. Okay? Mine has 4 letters in that word, and you're going to tap twice because it's a longer word. Let's do mine. How do you do mine? 4 letters in the word mine. Tap, not point. Point is only with I. You only point with I. You don't point to do me or mine. Joan, open your hand and tap your chest once. Tap. Tap your chest twice. Do like a heartbeat, Mishpacha. Dot, dot. Dot, dot. Everybody do a tap twice. Pop, pop. Pop, pop. Tap twice. Pop, pop. Tap once. Pop. Tap twice. Tap once. Point to yourself. Point to yourself, not me. Michonne is pointing at me. She don't know where she's pointing. She's pointing at, you know what? It's everywhere. It's all right. It's all right. She's so beautiful. All right. How do we do mine? Tap your chest twice. Pop up. Mine. How do you do my? 2 letters. 1 tap. Mine. Pop up. How do you do I? How do you do you? Like, point to me. You know how I is pointing to yourself? Now you're going to point to me, meaning you. You. You know how you do I love you, right? You. So now you, your, yours. Tap. You, your, yours. Do it with your thumb. It's even better. You, point to them. Your, yours. Okay? You, your, yours. Okay? Tap twice with your thumb. Okay? You, your, yours. Glory be to God. Everybody do mine. There you go. Mine has 4 letters. There you go, John. Mine. How do we do I? You. There you go. Point to me. How do we do my? How do you do my love? My love. All right? My love. Let's see, Mishpacha. You're doing great. How do we do please? How do we do sorry? Please, sorry. How do we do thank you? Thank you. Let me see. I know I take so many. Where's all my notes on all these things? I know I have so many for you guys. All right, what time is it? Up. It's almost time for bed. It's almost time for bed. Not quite yet. Not quite there yet, but we're almost there. All right? Glory be to God. Almost time for bed, Mishpacha. Let's see. Let's do. Who knows how to do spirit? How do we do? You're going to you're going to go like this, and you're going to loop them and have the spirit rise up. Spirit. Spirit. How do we do soul? Okay, now you need the well. Okay, now it looks like a hole that looks like a well, right? Here is soul. Soul is the same thing as spirit, but soul is coming out from the souls coming out, right? The souls. Those that are going to be raising up first, right? Are going to be those that are sleeping, raising up first, risen first, right? Soul, come up, right? Spirit, right? Let's see. How do we do keep? Right? Keep. 2 K's on top of each other. Let's do if, right? Pinky on your cheek. If you love me, keep my is once, my commandments. Commandments. If, pinky on your cheek, Mishpacha. If you, everybody do if you. Pinky on your cheek. Pinky on your cheek. Go, pinky on your cheek. Pinky on your cheek. Pinky, yes. Pinky on your cheek. If you love, how do you do love? Love, how do you do me? 1 tap, me. Keep, the 2 K's, right? Tap them. Keep, how do we do my? Tap your chest once. My commandments. So let's do it a little quicker. If you love me, keep my commandments, because there's 2 tablets of stone, right? So the commandments, that's why there's 2 on a stone. There's 2 stones, right? The 2 commandments, 2 stones. Excellent. Let me see. If you let me keep my, how do you do friend? Hook 2, just like this, friend. We've done that. Friend, right? And take your 2 indexes and just put friend. How do we do forever? You're gonna make the Y and put it to your head like father, and you're gonna go out like the forever, like the forever. This is forever. You're gonna make the letter Y, thumb to the forehead like you're doing father, like this, and you're gonna bring it out forever. Okay, Mishpacha? Forever. Okay? Forever. So today, let's do today I learned. Today I learned to sign the words. Let's do forever. Remember how to do forever. Gonna make the letter Y as in Yah to the Father. Forever. Forever. Who remembers how to do cat? Bet you all remember this one. Who remembers how to do cat? The whiskers, right? The whiskers on a cat, right? All right, Mishpachah. Who remembers how to do hungry? Okay, you're going to take the letter C, right? And you're going to put it around your neck, right? You're going to go, I'm hungry. You're going to go from your neck to your stomach. Hungry. I'm hungry. Hungry. Like, I'm hungry. Well, actually, I'm hungry. I'm hungry. How do you do I'm thirsty? I'm thirsty. Like a drink. You want something to drink? Are you thirsty? Right? I think that's good for right now. We're going to keep, you know what? Let me see. It's already 9:40. We're going to get up tomorrow. Don't forget, Mishpachah. Tomorrow is Divine Sunrise Alignment with Yahuwah. Tomorrow, we're going to be on the 8th fruit. Gloria, what do you have, beautiful? What did you want?
I said I'll be there. I wasn't there this morning, was I? No, I wasn't. I watched it today, though.
It's all good. It's all being recorded regardless. I love you, beautiful. And Gloria, I don't know if you heard me before. I think I saw your chair when I was thanking you. I saw that video you made for Basic Truth Revealed to say, you know what, come to our Bible study, into our scripture study. And you know what? Making Basic Truth Revealed. I mean, you're just so beautiful. It's just so awesome. You really, truly, she has her own platform. And here she is. You know what? Saying, I'm going about, let's all go to scripture study, everybody. Go to Basic Truth Revealed, telling them the time and you're just fabulous. And she's been doing this for 6 years. She has been promoting Basic Truth Revealed since I know her, for 6 years. Mona's always sharing. She's always, Darius is always adding Basic Truth Revealed. I got to tell you something. You guys are absolutely incredible. Those that, you know what, just constantly bringing other people here. You're incredible. And the Almighty's watching, and we're thankful, right? We're always so thankful. Beverly, there you are, gorgeous. There she is. There she is. I just want to see if I missed anybody on YouTube, because sometimes a lot of times I'm not watching. Dawn, that was Ivory Dawn. She was on. Donna was on here too. Donna, she was on here too. Gina. All right, Mishpachah. I'm going to say ciao for now. Got an early rising tomorrow, right? And what are we going to do? We are going to love on Yah. We're going to start our day with the Almighty as we end our day with the Almighty. And what's going to happen tonight? Say, I'm going to have divine sleep. Everybody claim divine sleep. Claim it. Say, I'm going to have a divine rest, divine sleep, divine peace. You know what? Divine night. Who's going to have divine night? See, I'm making Mona laugh. I love seeing everybody laugh. Who wants to go to divine night? Divine night. Right? Gloria's laughing, right? We're made to laugh, Mishpachah. Right? What's better, laughing or crying? I choose laughing all day, every day. Right? Glory be to God. Let me see. I am Robin. Wait a minute. I am Robin Lachelle. Robin Lachelle. Forgive me. Forgive me. I don't think I'm getting, I don't know if I'm coming close. All right, Mishpachah. Tomorrow, 7 a.m. You're going to be here. Mona, what do you have? W.
I got 3 pennies.
You found 3 pennies?
Well, I found 2 already, so I found 1 last night.
The pennies from heaven. You know what? If you're finding nickels, dimes, and quarters, you know what? If you're finding,
I got a story about the quarter. I have to tell you that the other day.
By all means, tell us now.
No, but I have to go get it because I gotta get my magnifying glass and see what.
Oh, the year?
What year it is.
But you found a quarter already?
Yep.
What did I tell you, Mishpachah? Pennies from heaven that day. Not only I, Gloria, Mona, a few of us. There was somebody. Who else was the other?
I
Somebody.
didn't see it or not.
You know what? Joan, I think, was the other one that had pennies that day. That day. And then the Almighty recently just showed me quarters, that we're going to start finding quarters. Always look at the dates, Mishpachah. Always look at the year of that quarter. If you find, as a matter of fact, if you find a 1776 or a 2026, the bicentennials, you know what? Or the one that has the bat on them, don't just put them in your money drawer. Don't just trade them in. Start saving your change, Mishpachah. Those pennies aren't being made anymore. They're becoming collectibles. So save all the ones that are copper, the wheat pennies. Oh my gosh, there's so many things. Mona, what do you see on the? I'm saying Moni because she's doing the pennies. Try to say Penny and Moni, and then Mona at the same.
How do you get my glass for that one?
Moni, look, she's got the quarter. What is it?
I don't know.
Let me see. Hold it up.
Let's see. I need to go get my glass.
Just hold it up. Hold it. Let me see. Put it to the thing. I can't see. Now it's fuzzy. But back up. I still can't see it. No. I can't. Yeah. I don't know. You're gonna have to look at the year. I know. All right, but you're gonna look for the bicentennial. Okay, you're gonna look at the one that's the drummer. Remember the one from the Spirit of 1776. If you see that drummer guy on there, the Spirit for 1776, you're gonna want to keep those. If you see the new George Washington one for the celebrating for this year being the 100 year, right? The 100 year, I think it is. I don't know. I know it's a centennial.
Her name is.
Just look at the year.
Betsy. No, Miss Betsy Coleman.
Betsy Coleman. What's the year?
No, Coleman. You know who she is?
No.
That's why I said I'm gonna wait and give you the
I
story.
have no idea who Betsy.
She was the first. Yeah.
Who is she?
I think she was the first air craftsman. She was the first black woman craftsman, air craftsman.
Hand craftsman? Hands or air?
Yeah.
Air. So she went into space? They're trying to say going into space in a shuttle?
I think it was airplanes or.
Oh, airplanes.
I'm
like Amelia Earhart?
Hmm?
All right. I was going to say like Amelia Earhart that was flying the planes.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Excellent. What
She's
year
the
is
first black.
that quarter? Can you see the year?
It's aggravating.
Okay, forget it.
I want to say, no, it's not 68.
No, those are new quarters. That's not 1968.
No, 750.
No. It's all right. I could tell by the back that's not, no, it's not one of the new ones.
I have to go in the room and get my.
That's all right, Mama. No worries. No worries. But she's finding quarters. She's finding pennies. You know, Gloria's finding dimes. You know what? I found a dime in my bag the other day. You know what? You're going to find pennies from heaven, dimes from heaven, nickels from heaven, and quarters from heaven. Who knows? You might even find bills. You might find dollars, $5 bills. You never know. You know what? We're going to claim treasures here on earth, that we're magnets, that we're, you know what? Watch what happens. You're going to find them they're just going to come. The Almighty's letting you know the kingdom treasury, right, is coming upon you. Glory be to Yah, Mishpachah. I'm going to say ciao for now. It's 9:48. Mona, what time is it?
Michelle.
What?
Go to bed.
Oh, okay, I will.
You know what they remind me of? Didn't they have like the show? Was it I want to say the Partridge, not the Partridge Family.
Oh, you mean Good Night, John Boy?
The Waltons.
The Waltons. Good night, John Boy. Good night,
John Boy.
Good night, John Boy. Good night, John Boy. Gloria, what time is it?
Time to go to bed.
It's time to go to bed. Go to bed, Mishpachah. We love you so much. I love this family. We all love each other here. We're in unity. And you know why? because we have the divine fruits of the Almighty himself. We're going to walk in that divine fruit. We live that divine fruit because we are the fruit of the Almighty who's within us. Get some good night's sleep. Get that rest, Mishpachah. Get that rest, and we'll see each other tomorrow at divine sunrise. All right? Aligning with the Almighty first thing. First thing when we open our eyes. Ciao for now. Have a great night. Love you. Love you so much. It's time to go to bed. Mona's laughing. It's time. Go ahead, Mona. What's the song? Go to bed. Go to bed. That's awesome. Go to bed. Good night. That's funny. That is funny. This thing. That's funny too. This thing makes noise for what? All right, Mr. Khan, love you. You guys on YouTube and all the other platforms. Ciao for now. I'll see you tomorrow. Night, night.